And go. Oh, that's thicker than I wanted.
That's what she said.
She did?
Yeah, but she told me not to actually tell you. She told me in confidence.
Oh, that sounds like her.
Yeah. You know her.
Hello and welcome to another episode of DrawBomb.
Hey, everybody.
We're here for another week. We're drawing.
Yep.
Bombs.
You can't get us out of your apartment just yet.
And just squatter rules apply.
I think so, yeah. How long, like what? You have to be in there. I don't know anything about squatters' rights.
Yeah, I don't either, but it seems crazy that it's a thing at all.
Right. And also you think I would have brushed it up on it, like when I was going through my whole weird phase. Like I could have squat in some sweet places. I know a lot of abandoned buildings I could have squatted in.
For how much this country hates poor people, you'd think it seems weird that they actually have something set up for them like that to take advantage of.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you can't have food stamps, but you can definitely just fucking find a hovel and just live in it. Yeah, just steal a home. Whatever, housing market's terrible anyways.
Yeah.
Wow, this is off to a depressing start.
Yeah.
Like, America hates poor people.
Oh, gosh, sorry, it's a little early to jump to that stage.
Nah, it's alright. It's a Monday. It's good to be negative.
I'm just saying,
Although
there's a lot of... I'm like taking your note. Like, you're right, that is depressing. Anyways, on that subject. There's a lot of rules in place to kind of make their lives harder, it seems like. And then that one is like a weird rule that probably shouldn't exist.
Yeah, well, I'm running into like a weird issue right now where like I'm trying to like kind of move back home at some point in the near future just to like get some shit sorted out. But like I need to sign up for Obamacare like by next week.
Yep.
Or like once I quit my job, if I quit my job, like, you know, seeing how things turn out, like if I do quit my job, like I just don't have health insurance for like the rest of the year. And it's like, what? Like, yeah. I need to be that ready for Obama. Like I need to just be like planning my year ahead of time for Obamacare. Like it makes no sense.
It's weird. I have to do that too. I put off big decisions because they give me anxiety, which is the worst thing you can do.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm the same way.
So I gotta do that. Also, I just re-up the one I currently have, but it's not very good.
Yeah, I wonder if I can just like get all the tax credits like while I'm not needing it, and like that way I'm not paying it. I don't know. It's stupid that you have to sign up like now, or
and it's weird that it's like a window. It's like I need health insurance. It's like, sorry, it's not November. And you're like, what? But I don't want to die though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey,
well, wait till next December, and then you can maybe be lucky.
Yeah, but I just lost my job, and well, nope, December. Nope, gotta wait till December.
That's basically how it goes.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's really fucked.
Anyways.
Yeah, woo!
Welcome to another episode of DrawBomb.
We're the happiest show on the planet.
If you watched the show before, you know we start with Political Corner.
That's right.
Talking facts and opinions.
Boy, oh boy. What is President Shit Baby Man up to this time? Let's fucking just go check the garbage fire.
Alright, let's move on from Political Corner now.
Please, thank you.
How have you been?
I've been good. I've been busy. I mean, let me ask you, is Thanksgiving/holiday season always a fucking colossal nightmare for you?
No. I wouldn't say so. It's busy, but I enjoy it. I would say I enjoy it.
I do too. I guess
my peeps.
I guess calling it a nightmare is a little excessive, but
I mean, for some people it is a nightmare, you know.
That is
my
true.
family gets along pretty well and makes it all pretty easy. You know, it's usually a pleasant experience seeing everybody.
Right, you actually like to see your family.
I do.
Which, that's good. That's good. I do too. Like, yeah, exactly. It's not that way. Like for me, it is. I do actually enjoy seeing my family, so it's not. It could be worse, but for a lot of people, like seeing their family is just like a nightmare, or they actively attempt to avoid it. So for them, I can only imagine like this has been.
That would be bad, yeah.
Yeah, not easy. But no, for me, it's been pretty good. It's just a lot of like
It's certainly busy.
Work, yeah, it's busy, and like I don't know how it is for you, but for me, work is like, hey, you get Thanksgiving off, and that's it.
Yeah,
If you
work
want to see your
fights me out.
family, yeah, it's terrible. It's like if you want to see your family, you have to run fast.
My job, they do this thing. I've been there a while now, so I've kind of just like it's used to stress me out more. Now I just kind of ignore it. But our one manager puts this thing in the book where we request dates around Christmas time. He writes a note in there, no requests.
Oh boy.
And I'm just like, I just write my name next. I'm just like,
Nice.
okay, I'm gonna do it anyway because like this is my family Christmas, so I'm gonna at least try to go.
Yeah.
You know? If you guys say no, that's a different thing, but I'm gonna at least let you know when I need it off. And if you decide you want to be Ebenezer Scrooge, that's a different topic. But for now, I'm gonna let you know when I need off, just in case.
And that's fair. Have you like how early into the year does he like put this big block note, and how early into the year?
I don't even know. I don't know when he puts it in there. Because it's just a physical calendar. I mean, it's possible he writes that in the beginning of the year when he buys the thing. I'm not sure.
I hope not. Like, that's just...
But I don't know. I just write it in there. Anyways, it usually works pretty well for me, but we'll see. Hopefully.
Nice. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Oh, gosh. Thank you.
Yeah. I got in early. I got in at... When June 1st hit, I hit up all my managers with an email, and I was like, hey, I need Christmas off. Thank you very much. This is 6 months in advance. I'll be fucking... Yeah, I was like, I'll be fucking surprised if you guys can't figure shit out in 6 months. I'm taking Christmas off. This is not a question. I am telling you, I am taking Christmas off.
Nice.
Yeah. So, when I got the schedule, I did not have Christmas off. Well, I did have the week off. But then I emailed my manager, and I was just like, and she was like, whoops, sorry. And then I heard her
forward a previous email from 6 months ago.
Yeah. And then she got it all fixed up.
Well,
so
that's great.
Yeah. So everything is good.
We're closed on Christmas, so that's nice. But I'm surprised you're not closed on Christmas.
So when I say Christmas off, I mean like we are closed on Christmas because we're closed off. Yeah, like if I hadn't like done what I did, like I would work Christmas Eve and then the day after Christmas, and then like the day before and after New Year's too. It's ridiculous.
I do have to work Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. But it's fine, whatever. I don't know. My family knows, and we plan Christmas on different days than the official days, and it works out fine that way. Everybody's busy.
Yeah.
So it works.
I live that life.
Throughout the whole family, it's hard to get everybody together on actual Christmas, anyways, because everybody has their own families and other families to visit. So it's just easier to just be like, let's just pick a different day.
Yeah. No, I that's kind of how we do Thanksgiving. Is like my family will do like a special Thanksgiving dinner in like the one aunt's garage, like well before, like at least the week before Thanksgiving. Because then once the actual Thanksgiving hits, then it's not as much of a like deadline to be like, hey, we all have to figure out a way to like meet up and say hi to each other on the same day and do the thing. Like we all have our Thanksgiving as a family. It's a lot less stressful. I actually really appreciate that we do that. I think it's very smart.
Who cares if it's what day it's on, as long as everybody's
right. Exactly. As long as I get to see you and we like agree that this is for that reason, it's good enough for me.
Exactly.
But yeah, I really do hope that you are successful with Christmas. But I also I have lived that life before, and it's restaurant scheduling is a fucking nightmare. Yeah, it's really garbage. Because like how ahead of time do you find out
what the schedule's going to be?
Yeah,
like a week.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I dealt with too. Yeah,
terrible.
I could not, like, I can't believe I dealt with that for 5 years straight because,
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
It's
pretty impossible to plan things.
It really is. Yeah, no, it's terrible. And like, I remember like just any holiday was just made worse because of like just that, like not knowing ahead of time, but also having to like work holidays. Like I remember it being New Year's and like we were cleaning up. It was 11:40 and like the ball was dropping in 20 minutes and like there's still folks sitting at a table and they definitely. Like we clean up around them, and they're like, "Hey, so what are you doing for New Year's?" And I look them
Yes.
dead in the eye, and I say, "This," and then I make them feel bad, and then they leave, and then
Got 'em.
I come home and my roommate's crying because Kanye West just released a new song, and like Kanye's his favorite, and I'm just like, I don't feel any of this joy. Thank you.
What a
No.
great start to the year.
Yeah.
Maybe this.
Honest.
Maybe this whole having to work is the whole war on Christmas thing they've been talking about all these years.
God, if only like their war on Christmas shit meant anything for workers' rights.
I was gonna say the people who are worried about the war on Christmas are the same people that want to schedule you shitty hours and make you work all the time.
And make you not have Obamacare to sign up for in between.
Wait a minute, is political corner still going? I thought.
Oh, God damn it! Get out of here, politics, man!
Hey,
Oh,
jeez. Get rid of me.
Get out of here, politics, man! Can't you see we don't want to talk about you right now?
Oh, come on. You brought it up.
Oh yeah, but look,
I heard
just
my
'cause-
name. That's why I came running.
I'm sorry.
I'm politics, man.
Look, politics, man, I get it. We're very sorry we talked about you. We don't mean to talk about you behind your back, but can you please go?
Well, it doesn't feel good to not be wanted. This is my whole thing. This is all I got going on right now.
Is politics?
It's been a tough year.
I know it's been a very tough year for politics, but Mr. Politics, man.
Do you want to talk about it?
Not the show.
Politics, man.
You want to talk about politics? How do you feel about the president politics, man?
Oh boy, where do I start? Jeez, boy.
Negative
Man.
or positive?
Whew. How do you even? Where do I go?
The president.
Start with this. How do you even? Don't get me
Get
started.
out of here, politics,
Okay,
man.
see you later.
All right, bye. Okay. Wow, what a character.
Yeah, it really is.
Does Politics Man ever show up at Thanksgiving unexpectedly and unwanted for
Always
you?
unexpectedly. He usually comes flying through the window or like on a SWAT rope or something
Just
like
like-
that.
Right in the middle of the meal, right?
Yeah, he usually brings his friend. He has a +1 religion man.
Yeah.
But shoved
Does
together.
does Religion Man occasionally bring along Racism Man as well?
Usually, always.
Oh my
He
god,
rides
right?
on like a back, like.
It's like a.
It's
like
like a
one of
baby
those-
carrier.
I was gonna say like a motorcycle sidecar or
Yeah,
something.
I want to draw that now. But
Right,
not on the
Politics
show.
Man and-
We don't have to on the show, but.
Yeah. I might like Politics Man and Religion Man riding on a little buggy motorcycle thingy.
Yeah, and then like one of them has like a master blaster, like little guy on his shoulders, like, racism. Coming to a family get together near you.
Right? Just like a bunch of people out having a barbecue, and then he's just like, "Hey guys!"
They blasted like the fence on their motorcycle.
Yeah. Like splinters of wood are just like showering in like every direction. That's hilarious.
How are the people in the chat doing tonight?
Yeah, I saw somebody. I missed the first message, but we do have Joe Whimsy Tunes, who I believe tuned in before,
Yeah.
saying LOL.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome back, Joe Whimsy. I'm sorry, I can't get a timestamp. At least I can get a timestamp, but maybe I can ascertain what we're doing LOL about.
He says, "We alright."
We alright? Alright.
You got Zach Newton in the chat. People
Hey,
who watched last
Zach.
week, he was our guest.
That's right.
Terrific guest. Great. Just
Abs-
great. Terrific. Fantastic.
Phenomenal.
Exactly.
Good legs.
Oh. I was gonna say that. I couldn't see them, on the show, of course, but I was imagining them the whole time.
Just the whole time.
Yeah. How can you not?
Just like a pair of like legs without a body, just
Yeah.
like walking.
Severed legs laying on the ground.
Just
Why are those there? Should I call the police?
oh man, I really gotta talk to my therapist about these weird imagination dreams I'm having.
I need to talk to my imaginary therapist right away. He says it's fine. It's okay.
Woo! I like how you just have an answer right away from him.
I was worried. I'm glad we're fine.
Yeah, he also says I don't masturbate enough, so I'm gonna fix
Better
that
get
up
on
to-
that.
Yeah.
Don't want to fall behind on my quota.
Yeah. My therapist was like, "You can masturbate to me," as they undid their upper blouse, and then I was like, "Ma'am, this is a breach of doctor-patient Hippocratic
Confidentiality.
confidentiality." Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't think you can watch that Netflix show about the psychologist and
That's
pull that.
always the sexiest part of that fantasy is where I start trying to convince
That's right.
the therapist or the teacher or the the various jobs that it's inappropriate, and
Yeah.
I will speak
Like
to the
it-
manager.
That's how my fan fiction goes. First, Billy Crystal talks to Robert De Niro, and then Billy Crystal says, "You've been a bad gangster, haven't you?" And then, well, I can't talk about it any further, but you can read it on fanfiction.net.
What is it called?
Analyze this.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's perfect. I was trying to think of something, but there's no beat in that. That's the best. Alright, good. Did you have that ready, or was that off?
No.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Crowning achievement.
Yeah, that's why, ever since we started doing this show, our improv skills have really taken off.
Yeah, they've gone from not existing to starting to exist.
Yeah, politics man, right?
Yeah, that was a great bit. A lot of viewers probably thought he was real.
Yeah. Man, I especially loved how Politics Man was a real person and definitely not a voice.
Right.
It's our #1 iTunes review.
Posted by me.
That's the only iTunes review we got.
Yeah. Or we're not even on iTunes, I don't think. So that's really impressive that we're pulling in those reviews.
Yeah. I think we could actually get on iTunes at this point,
Yeah.
since we have at least 12 episodes under our belt. Well, we will
I've
after
been
this
on
one.
iTunes before.
Oh yeah?
Sometimes when I want to listen to music, I'll hop on there.
Oh yeah, sometimes I'm on Spotify.
Oh yeah, I've been on Spotify definitely.
Oh yeah. Have you ever been on stage?
Occasionally.
I was surprised, and they discontinued that service pretty fast.
Oh, I've never actually heard a stage. I didn't know.
Oh no, I was making it up. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Have you ever been on camera?
It's a video service.
Yeah. Have you ever been on Candid Camera?
Didn't that get canceled like 40 years ago?
I know, but I'm on Candid Camera all the time, man, just watching that shit.
Where do you watch that?
Put locker out. So
Tell
good.
people that's my favorite show.
Tell people like
watching
Candid
anything
Camera.
lately? Yeah, reruns of Candid Camera. It's great. It's
Oh.
hilarious that people never know that there's a camera. It's great.
See, it's funny because first they're like really mad, and then they're like, ah!
And then they're just great sports afterwards. Always.
Yeah. Surprisingly good sports.
The trick is, once somebody points off in the distance and you see just a cameraman who's probably just been there the whole time, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit. Now I'm gonna definitely look like a fool on live television. This is great.
I better smile and laugh to save face. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, how many people are like get on that show and they had thought at some point in their head, like mentally prepared, like, okay, if I'm ever fucking on Candid Camera, I have to smile and laugh and be a good sport. I can't know that I'm
They
fucking
probably
pissed.
like threaten them, like, you got all pissed off and said some really, like embarrassing things. Well, it's all on camera, so sign this release, laugh
Yeah.
and smile,
And we can re-edit the
Won't
footage.
won't show all of it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, remember when you threatened to kill the host and also grabbed them by the scruff of their neck and pushed them against the wall for about 20 seconds? We have that on camera too. If you don't want to visit from the police, sign the lease. Release.
That sounds done. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Just blackmail. Smile, you're on blackmail. That would be a great reality show. Hold on. Let's let's think about this for a split
I
second.
think we should get into the. It's funny to say this, and I'll let you flesh that out here. But I think we should get into the reality TV realm. It's literally the cheapest, easiest thing to make,
Oh my god.
and
Like-
people eat it up more than anything else.
Do I have to, like, if I could have a show called Oops, I Farted on Your Lap, where I just, like, sit on random people's laps and then, like, go, and then just stand up and go, I am so sorry, and then I walk away, and
And
then
then point
that's
at
the
the camera
show.
off in the distance, and then they all start laughing.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. But, well, have you ever seen that show, You Just Got Kicked in the Nuts?
I don't believe that's a real show.
I don't believe it's the real show either, but I've seen clips on the internet. I'm pretty sure they're all staged because there's no fucking way.
No, they couldn't.
But
do that.
it's
You can't. Your pranks can't be just where you like cause bodily harm to people. People wouldn't. People would just sue that show until it didn't exist anymore.
exactly. I don't. But it's. I'm gonna send you the link on Discord. Or I'm gonna send it in the DrawBomb chat to the IMDb page.
Sounds like something from Idiocracy.
It's like it makes a cameo in Family Guy, and that's how I learned about it.
Yeah.
Is they make it, but then like I googled it, and then like I found real clips of people getting kicked in the nuts, and then like
That's
keep
called
telling
America's Funniest Home Videos.
pretty much. But Carlton's nowhere to be found, and that's just
Oh, is
depressing.
he the host of that show now?
I believe he is. Yes.
Wow. What do you know?
I know, right? I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't feel anything about that.
Yeah, I feel
anything
dead
at all.
inside. I'm as dead inside as the upper half of this torso.
Well, I didn't see the pants, so I like it. Should we finish this one up?
Yeah, I agree. I
Should
think
we?
we got.
We've been going about 20 minutes. Might be time to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I'll help you color in what we got. I feel like the body can. I'll do a real quick background. The rest of it.
It's up to you if you want to do a background or not. Cool either way.
Let me just. That's good enough. I somehow managed to click away from the Mona Lisa picture I had up, but that's fine. That's okay. I'll look with that. So my show that I had an idea for. I'm not sure if you're ready for this, but it's called You've Been Blackmailed. And what it is we get some sort of compromising situation, like like just a real knockout, stunning model, and we get like a married husband, maybe a pastor, evangelical preacher, and then we put the bombshell in front of the married guy, and we're like, hey, we'll be back. We got you sign these forms. We'll be right back. And then we leave, and then the model just straight up blows the guy. And then we get it all in footage, and then we jump out and we go, ah, gotcha, you've been blackmailed. And then we use that as blackmail to get the guy to pay us. And as long as they pay us, then we don't air the episode.
So the show just doesn't exist.
And, well, except for the people who don't believe us and they don't pay.
Oh wow, I was zoomed in all wrong. I was zoomed like way in somehow.
Oh, no.
So this panel's got way bigger. It looks a lot better. That's
Oh,
the
I'm
reason
glad to-
I've only colored down to where my screen ended before. In case you were wondering.
Okay. I thought that was,
Big surprise for the fans, for the people watching.
oh yeah, there's a whole other part of the drawing going on.
Yes.
I don't know, I didn't, see, that just goes to show there's an issue with people, but I uncritically just was like, yeah, he's coloring the shit like that.
He just goes down to that. He likes to go section by section. So now
Yeah,
I'm going to
but
use this fill tool, which is real ugly, but I'm going to fix it. Don't you worry.
Oh, yeah.
Stop worrying, everyone. I see you
You know
working
what-
in the back. Stop it.
You know what
Fine.
program has a fill tool that works?
Clip Studio.
Clip
Paint.
Studio Paint.
Yeah. How much do they pay you to talk about it all the time?
Not enough. Same as the
Lost
people
a
who.
lot of friends and family over it, but I will not stop.
God damn it! I don't care if Clip Studio Paint killed a child. We'll do it.
What happened to the child?
They got smushed by a giant Clip Studio.
Oh no.
Yeah, it just appeared right over top of them, like somebody spawned it in, like from a Unity assets library or something like
Brother
that.
also says Flash.
Oh yeah, Flash does actually have a working fill tool, but Flash. It's because Flash works in vector, which. So is Clip Studio Paint.
I remember some Flash back in the day.
Good old Flash days. I would still love to do one of those Action and Top Guy cartoons with you.
Question is, at this point, I know they're easy to animate, and that's the whole thing. But at this point, would it be better to just make something random?
Yeah, I think so.
Or should it be clock themed?
Well, I think we could do the same format, but not necessarily
That's what
clock themed. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Much love to the clock crew, but
if I'm gonna put much time into an animation now,
yeah,
I prefer to be able to show it to people who actually have no idea what that
can
is.
understand. Yeah, like I don't.
People might have to preface them for 10 minutes to explain it.
Clock flashes are weird in that way, where they don't require the context yet. In order for somebody to actually just watch what you're trying to put in front of them, you have to explain the context, or the entire time they're going to be like, "Why are there stupid robot voices?
Why do they look
Why
like
are they?"
that?
Yeah. Why does the one always want to drive? I don't get it.
Right.
Have you been playing any new games lately?
Let's see. What have I been playing? No, I really haven't that much, actually. How about you?
I've been just jumping around a lot, just because I deleted Elder Scrolls Online from my computer because I hadn't touched it in a while, and it turns out that thing is fucking 150 gigabytes. So once I deleted that, I had 150 gigabytes to use on my computer again. So I was like, it was awesome. So I went through Xbox Game Pass, and I just downloaded almost everything I wanted to at least try out. So I've tested out a couple games. So I've been playing a lot of Bomber Crew.
All right. I've heard of that.
It's interesting. It's like a World War II. You're controlling the entire crew in an aircraft bomber and carrying out missions. But it's interesting because they don't make it so much about the world. I haven't learned a damn thing about World War II aside from maybe the logistics of how airplane bombers work better. I'm basically playing Catch-22, the video game, but with cute little they look like the My Sims. I don't know if you remember the My Sims. They're the little.
I sure don't know what that is.
They're basically little chibi blocky dudes, but they look like those. And yeah, it's basically you get a crew, you equip them with different things, which give them different stats. You can give a guy a flotation vest, and that makes him more likely to survive if you crash land in the water. Or you can give him an oxygen mask, which means you can go to higher altitudes. Things like that, and then you basically go on these missions, bomb shit, get shot a whole bunch, and then you basically you have to micromanage everything as this is all going. You're not directly controlling the plane or flying it, but you do need to set pinpoints every now and then target the fighters, and then have your crew do all the hard work for you as you just try and keep the thing from falling apart in midair. And it's pretty fun. Very stressful, and
that's what I look for in a relaxing video game.
Right, just a good old stressful time. But yeah, it's pretty addicting. I feel I like a game where I feel it's training my brain as I'm playing it, and it's definitely one of those games where I feel my multitasking has maybe improved a little, just from having to I gotta send my engineer out to fix this engine, but also this dude needs to hit the sick bed, and I gotta reload the rear turret, and also my navigator's down, so I gotta have the radio guy take over for a sec.
Okay.
And it's pretty fun.
So
I'm having a good time with it.
So a few things in the chat. I'll have to check that out actually. First off, Joe Whimsy says TV Paint, Toon Boom.
I've heard a lot of good things about Toon Boom.
I don't think I've heard of TV Paint, but I've heard great things about Toon Boom.
I have also not heard of TV
Paint. I'll look into those. Thank you for bringing this up.
Thank you.
Also,
always love finding new programs.
Yeah, me too. I love new programs.
Yeah.
I'm just what new programs am I using this week? Oh, and the list goes on and on.
Oh, it's forever. Just new shit to learn.
Yeah. I love opening a thing and not knowing how to do basic things.
Yeah, being like, how the fuck?
I'm like bad that way because I end up using programs that aren't very good because I'm scared. I don't want to relearn everything.
It's Clip Studio Paint, man, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Hi,
you were
gonna say
Ian Newton, and I'm here for Clip Studio Paint. Have you
Hi.
ever been drawing on your computer, drawing your life away, and wondered if there was a better way? Well, there is.
There's got to be a better way.
Also, Zach says he misses the old Clock Crew days. Me too, Zach. Me too. But
Me too.
that's a long time ago.
Long time ago.
And
Galaxy.
Captain Sheepy's here.
Hey, Captain Sheepy, welcome back.
They seem to be excited about My Sims. So
That's right, man.
A fellow My Simmer.
That's
what you guys
why-
call yourselves, right?
My Simmers, that's right.
Sim
I call myself a Simbad because I don't play Sims the normal intended way. Sex cults and all that stuff.
Right.
But happy to have you back, Captain Sheepy. And they also have a great name for this Mona Lisa right here. They call it the Bomba Lisa, which I can't think of a better pun for this sort of drawing.
I mean, what's better than that, really?
Yeah, it's pretty much as good as it's gonna get.
That really?
You really can't.
How?
How?
How can you?
Why? Why?
Should we color the rest of this, or just?
God, there's so much to
Yeah,
color
I
though.
think we should just call it.
Hold on, can I? I'm gonna do a quick. I'm gonna call an audible, real quick. There we go.
No.
I'm gonna call an audible. Here, shit. Hold on. I'm just gonna.
Perfect.
Wow, it's so hard to. Yeah, it really covered all the area there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is this as big as the brush gets? Oh dear God, I thought it was okay. Well,
That seems pretty big.
that's fair enough. It does the job. I don't even know if this is worth it. This is still gonna, in my head, this is still taking a very long time.
Yeah, and you're drawing over your
My
some
pants.
lines. This is
No,
not
you're
worth
right.
it.
Nope, not worth it. Let's just call it here.
Slap a title on there.
Woo! Yeah, that's right. Let's do the title.
Episode 12.
That's right. We made it 12 episodes so far.
We're tweens.
That's right. Gosh, just seems like yesterday I was not aware of erections, and today.
Today I'm so aware.
Oh boy, very aware, painfully aware.
I'm a boy and I'm a man. I'm 12. That's
12.
That's a famous Alice Cooper song.
Oh, is it really?
Nope. He's one called I'm 18.
Oh, okay. I know Taylor Swift has a song called
I'm a boy and I'm a man. I'm 18.
I'm not sure if I've heard that song.
Well, let's at least say that it's a pretty popular song, but my version of it was probably not. Didn't do enough justice. Like, you may
I
have
don't know.
heard the song 1,000 times, and my version of it is not going to remind you of it at all.
Cause what you're saying, in my head I just have the can't judge a book by looking at the cover. That's the tune I have in my head, basically.
Okay.
And I don't think that's at all what you're going
I don't know
for.
what that was that you just did, but that's fine.
It's fine. It's just an old 60s song, I want to say. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Either way,
Great.
yeah, we did it. We got that drawing done and out of the way, and we didn't even waste too long on it.
Wow, we have 10 layers right now for some reason.
I don't know. That is a lot of layers.
So many.
I feel like I've been-
layers.
Oh, there we go. So many layers. The blown a pizza.
There you go.
That's pretty solid.
Keep them
actually.
coming. Keep the bomb.
Pom puns
going.
comedy.
Oh, so I saw a new movie yesterday. I saw Knives
Oh.
Out.
Oh, with
I-
Chris Evans.
I recommend it. It was awesome. It's good.
Nice.
It's like
I read.
Go ahead.
So go ahead.
It's like a Clue style whodunit.
Perfect.
Comedy, but it's also like a good mystery, and it had some twists and turns as you may expect, but like in ways that I didn't expect.
Legitimately unexpected twists and turns. That's good. That's
I mean, that whole
high praise.
genre is like, that's the whole thing. It's like, a lot of like, whoa.
Yeah,
twist,
but
turn.
I love a good whodunit, and that's what I had read too. Is that it was a nice, solid whodunit.
And they totally went off the classic like Clue, like, rich people in a mansion, one person dies and someone's to blame, and they got like the like gentleman like detective who's just solving it. It's good.
I love that. I love a good whodunit like that. Like that's kind of. I really liked the Adam Sandler movie Murder Mystery that also came out earlier this year. It's on Netflix and it's very enjoyable.
I'll watch it then. I usually just see something from Adam Sandler and don't watch it anymore, but I will take your word for it and I will give it a try.
Awesome, I'm excited to hear what you think about it. But yeah, I mean, I will be the first person to say that Adam Sandler has done a lot of stinkers, but I'm also gonna be one of those people who is not afraid to say I've also enjoyed some of Adam Sandler's Netflix movies he's come out with.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm probably just, I don't know.
But they look like real bad when you
but I also just don't give them the chance I probably should sometimes. There's probably,
I feel
there's good ones and bad ones, but then I just never know.
Yeah. I'm not gonna watch Ridiculous
Whimsy,
6.
Joe Whimsy says, "What software is this? This is it's I can't think of the name of it. DrawPile. It's called DrawPile. It's free.
Yep.
It's on Mac and Windows. It allows you to collaboratively draw with other people. It's pretty awesome, especially if you have people that you like to work with who don't live near you. Like
exactly. Yeah.
I can't really. And yeah, it actually, for being a free program that streams like over the internet and in real time, like I am actually pretty impressed with the quality of it as well.
Yeah, it's and like they keep like constantly coming out with new updates for it, which I'm assuming makes it work better each time. I haven't like particularly been opening up a new version of DrawPile and been like, oh wow! But I'm sure there's like constant stability upgrades.
They're at least on it.
Yeah, they're supporting it, which is a very good sign, and it's a lot of fun. We were using Open Canvas for a while.
Right, and that's not very good. And maybe it's not their fault that it's not very good because they removed the ability to draw with other people. So we were using a very old version of it. It's possible that the newest version of Open Canvas is great. I don't know. I haven't used it.
Yeah.
But the one we were using was very outdated and made us struggle. This is actually like, I make a lot of drawings in this that I'm happy with. Like, the quality's pretty good.
Yeah, you do a very good job with this program as well, I have to say.
You do too as well, sir.
Oh, thank you. I think we work together on some real. Are you drawing? Who are you drawing right now? He's a very Mark Twain-esque.
Yeah, I wasn't going for that, but I was just about to. The moment I did the hair, I'm like, yep, this is like Mark Twain looking.
And I'm going for like I think we started talking about whodunits, and I started drawing like a weird Rocky and Bullwinkle whodunit sort of guy.
I started to draw was like something that it could be in like a.
Kind of like it.
He was in the mansion.
I would love to like do like drawings of the Clue characters, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Like I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be
like,
a cool thing, like reimagining to.
Yeah.
Although they did remake the game recently, and like some of the weapons are like a cell phone.
Really?
And like, it's just like stupid. They try to like modernize it. It's like Clue he was killed with the cell phone in the man cave.
In the man cave?
I don't know if that's actually a place. It's just trying to think of bullshit like stuff that wasn't ever done in the
hilarious. Man, I'm trying to. What would be a? He was killed with the selfie stick in the beer garden by Professor Pokemon Go.
Pokemon. Yeah, no, that's what I think of it. Like, it sounds like an actual name.
Mr. Pokemanago.
Yeah,
Mr. Pokemanago.
Pokemon.
His first name is Montenegro. Montenegro Pokemanago. That's your guy's name. I'm calling it right now.
Alright.
Captain Sheepy says Clue is the best movie.
I love the movie Clue, and
It's a great fucking movie.
even though I really enjoyed Knives Out, the whole time I was just thinking about how much I love Clue. It's the most it's fucking awesome. It's so good.
See, that's the hard part is like when you make a movie that's not necessarily derivative, but is sort of a love letter to a genre. You never want
And
to have the person be like, and I'm not saying
Clue
that that's
certainly isn't the only in the genre either.
that is very true. Oh, Captain Sheepy, that's a great one. Mr. Mullane was killed by the pumpkin spice latte.
I love the safe space.
That is
Oh,
amazing.
we're done here.
Yep. No one need to make any more jokes along that line. Captain Sheepy just nailed it. Zach says the French maid of Clue. Yeah, she was she was dressed up like a French maid. I mean, what can you
Sure
say?
was. I'm trying to think what her name was. I've just seen the movie recently. I guess it doesn't matter, but I don't know.
Yeah, I wish it's actually been a very long time since I've seen Clue.
It's good. I recommend it.
Every time it's been like a long time since I've seen a great movie, and if I'm around friends and I have that realization, I'll always be like, "Oh, we should watch it together!" Like do a movie night. Like every time, like I'm addicted to the concept of movie nights. I think because I've got like 8 in the works.
I get very I suggest it too often. People are like, I don't have time for a movie right now. I'm like, oh, we talked about it. Now we gotta watch the whole thing.
Right, I can be very much that way too. Movies, it is like TV shows. I'll be like, let's hop on board, because like TV shows, I'll be like, it's like 15 to 30 minutes, or like
Yeah,
maybe an
that's
hour.
Sounds
But, like, if
like
it's
a
a-
commitment.
Yeah, movies, I will have a hard time with. I don't know. It's like, do you ever find yourself having an easier time like with a certain medium that at certain points than others? Like,
I don't know what you mean by that.
like okay, like so sometimes I'll have like a 6-month span of time where like I really just I can't get into TV shows because it's like such a commitment, but like movies will be fine because I'll be like, oh, I watch it and I'm done, that's it, I got the whole story. Like
Okay, I see what you're saying. I
And
kind
then,
of
like-
feel the opposite because TV is, I feel like, easier to consume and takes less time.
yeah, I'll have like a
Overall,
weird
no, but
I'll have like a switch. Like it's never consistent. Like I'll have that 6-month period like that, and then the next 6 months I like won't want to see a movie in a very long time. It's like, oh, it's like 2 hours I have to spend all at once. Where it's like a weird, I don't know. It's like it's not necessarily a change in preference, but more in like a mindset of like what I feel like.
you like to complete a story.
I do, yeah.
You don't want to
And-
start something that's going to maybe take months to finish.
Then yeah, exactly. And then sometimes I'll be like ready to like take up like 8 new story. I don't know. It's weird. Like sometimes I'll go through like 3 months where I'm like okay with listening to podcasts, and then I'll do another 3 months where like I don't want to listen to a podcast. It's just music. It's
I get in different like modes. That's definitely true. And I would say that my biggest thing is like I go long periods of time without watching movies.
so
I go long periods of time without watching like full movies.
oh yeah, same.
And then I get back in the groove.
And that's it's been a while since I think I've sat down for like
Have you seen anything new or good lately? Doesn't have to be new.
nothing new or good. When I visited my family, we just watched a bunch more Letterkenny, and Letterkenny
So watch it.
still super. It just gets better as it goes on. It's just a really good show, and yeah, I don't know. It's like it's a very addicting show because it's a show where like everyone kind of like is like, hey, we're all friends at the end of the day. It's very Canadian in that sense, where like I've never seen.
There's other shows like that, I think, where it's kind of like the characters are all like at conflict, and at the end they're just kind of like together again. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Reminds me of
characters will have
cartoons.
cartoons are very much like that too. Like they'll have a fight, and then they'll like have a phone call with each other and be like, "Ah, we're chill though. We had our fight. Like we're good." And that's like
That's part of the friendship is that they're just like competitive and shitty to each other.
but like at the end of the day, they're all still good friends, and they do, you know, it's
That's
a
good.
very.
I lose a lot of sleep at night worrying that the characters in my shows aren't still getting along.
I know,
They're
I'm
not
just
mad at each other. I hate when they fight.
I remember that one episode where at the end of the episode, Chandler was still mad at Joey, and I was like, ah! I had a panic attack.
Oh God, I hope Chandler forgives Joey.
Yeah. How will we know how the show Friends ends?
Chandler's not making as many jokes now.
No, not since he had that drug problem.
Probably helped his comedy a little bit.
Maybe like
On
made his.
speed. I'm not saying the jokes
Yeah.
are good, but like, you know, you more rapid fire.
Yeah, it's true. Also, if you've lived through some fucked up shit, you certainly have some insight on them for some witty observation.
He's studying.
He
Captain
is.
Cheapy says,
Maybe we have to go through the chat.
started reading Pokemon Adventures recently, and it's around 500 plus chapters. And he likes it just because he can just kind of hop in and tackle as much as he wants when he wants. And that's how I feel about like big TV shows. I don't get intimidated by the size of them. I actually get excited about finding a show that I love that has a ton of TV. So I'm like, great, now I don't have to like spend 20 minutes at the beginning of every time I want to watch something looking through like 1,000 options on Netflix. I just know what my show is that I'm going to go watch.
That is a good point. Yeah, it's kind of like when you work on a art project, and then as soon as you finish that project, you're like, ah, fuck, what do I make now?
Yeah.
Zach
Sometimes the answer is
says
nothing at all.
exactly. Yeah, you just sit there and browse Netflix. Like I remember that Onion article where it was Netflix releases new feature called Browse Endlessly, where you just like browse TV shows forever.
It's a little too realistic.
It was
That's what I do most of the time. Switch
Yeah.
between all the different services, and then an hour passes before I actually find a show. It's annoying.
oh yeah, the amount of people in this chat room alone who have been in the room with me as I'm just like, oh, this looks terrible. We should watch this. Like 50 different things.
Awful.
And it always is awful.
Okay, so Zach wrote something as well. Oh, he's interested in Pokemon Adventures as well. Is that like it's like a manga or a?
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna give it a quick googs. Even though I've gotten no progress, I spent so long on this dude's fucking hands. Like you know how like we all started, like you had a head and then I had a head and then you have a whole body and I have fucked up looking hands.
I've had a head and a body as long as I can remember.
Oh wow, lucky. Some of us.
Brag about it a little bit more, why don't you?
Yeah, fucking asshole. Just go ahead. Oh, look at you lollygagging having a head and a body your whole life. Well, some of us had to earn it, okay?
My parents gave me it.
Your parents gave you them? Oh, yeah, you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth, I see.
In my mouth that I also had when I was born.
You had that mouth your whole life? Oh, jeez. The privilege.
Nothing in common.
Nothing. We have nothing in common. Not middle names.
Not jobs. Nothing.
No. Nothing. Okay. Oh man, the chat is popping off
I
tonight.
like it. I like it.
I love it. We had no one in the chat last time, so thank you so much for sticking around this time. Poor Zach, he didn't see chat though.
Oh, it's alright.
We'll have him back. I don't think Zach's.
Unfortunately, we had an extra person in the show, so
Mhm.
kept it a-going.
Kept the rhythm going.
That was a
Captain
good show
Cheapy
last week. I really liked that one. Fun.
Awesome, Zach. Zach, we were super happy to have you on. I mean, it was a
We'll
good
have you back
time.
again soon.
Yeah. Oh, while we're talking about the last week's episode, should we discuss who won Rock Paper Pencil?
I'm sure we can discuss it now. I'm sure we'll bring it up again once we get to that segment of the show.
Yeah. I think Zach won.
No, I believe it's a tie between me and Zach from last I saw.
Ooh.
And how many votes did
Definitely.
you get, though?
I got 0, I believe.
0 votes, correct. I knew the answer. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you want me to say it louder into the microphone over here, real
Yeah.
I got 0 votes. Nobody voted for me.
Oh,
I am unloved.
nothing to be thankful for that Thanksgiving.
Nope, nothing but tears and my gravy. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta make sure I don't look at any depressing news on Twitter
Zach.
while I try and.
Zach, no shame there. I voted for myself too, so.
I voted for Zach.
So Ian's the only selfless one. And what does he have to show for it? Me making fun of him on the show. Live.
Well, when you look at all the pictures, like, I couldn't in good conscience vote for myself. Like, that's just not gonna happen. But you guys each got 4 votes, so.
Good work, Zach.
I love how you say his name extra loud. Zach. All right, I'm gonna go make. I'm gonna finish this drawing of 50s Peter Griffin real fast.
I like his little smile.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Do you like his little mustache?
I like his little mustache and his little smile.
Aw, thanks. He likes your little mustache and smile too.
Aw.
Do you have a little mustache going on right now?
In real life?
Yeah.
It's attached to a beard, but sure.
All right, you got a mustache beard combo. That's good.
You know, you can't have a beard without a mustache. Actually, yes, you can, but I don't.
You can, but it's not in vogue anymore.
It's unless you're in the Amish community, then it looks great. People love it.
That's true. Or if you
you're in
want to
the eyes
look,
of God, do it right.
yeah. If you're rocking the mustache without the beard, then you do the creep. Do the creep.
God hates mustaches in the Amish community. I'm assuming it's part of the deal, right?
Yeah, but he sure loves those weird chin beards.
Loves them. He goes
Can't get
nuts.
enough.
God goes nuts over that chin beard.
He's just up there in his like
shit,
easy
another
boy,
one.
just going
Hell
like
yeah.
woo.
Let me get a close up of that baby. Yeah.
It's like in those old Looney Tunes cartoons when the wolf guy like sees the hot and he just goes woo.
Very excited about him. You know,
Yeah,
he likes what he likes. And that's,
his eyes pop out of his head.
Since he made everything and controls everything, you'd think he would have more chin beards going on. But
You'd think.
I think he likes
Glory.
it's a little more rare.
Yeah, glory be to those with the ugly chin beard, because they truly will be allowed into the kingdom of heaven.
I remember that verse.
Yep.
That's from the Bible.
Yeah, Stubble 1830.
We're on religion corner right now.
Yeah,
Of the show.
religion, man. How's it going?
It's right.
First we got politics man in the room, then we got religion man making a pop in. See, it's because we talked about
They show up so like they're very sneaky.
very
Until
incognito.
they're here, and then they're
Yeah.
very loud.
Yeah.
They sneak up, and then they make themselves very known.
Yeah. How's it going? Ooh-wee. I heard y'all talking about the Bible. Y'all want to hear about Tower of Babel?
Tyra Banks, what?
The Tower of the Tower of Babel?
That's a fun story.
Yeah, it was started by Banksy.
Created the Tower of Babel.
Yeah,
Man,
it was his first installation. It's like
Wow.
it's like that art piece. You buy the art and then it shreds it up and right in front of you after you bought it. Except you build a big tower and all of a sudden you don't know French no more.
That story's. I like that story. It's like I like and not just in the Bible necessarily, but I like those old stories that you read. It's like people's explanation for how things happen, but they end up it's in like its purity. It's way more simple than the way things actually happen. But in the actual effort of making the story happen, it's extremely more complicated than the real way.
Yeah, it's like how do we?
Like on paper, it's way simpler, but for it to actually pull off, it has to be extremely complicated.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so like, how do I explain after the rain that you can like kind of smell the world better and stuff like that? And like, you know, scientists would be like, oh, it's because there's more moisture in the air, smell travels through moisture, it hits your nose hairs, etc.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. You got smell in your nose after the rain, and then like you like talk to like the ancient Mayans and like, what's your just so story for like how we smell more after the rain? They're like, oh boy. Every time after it rains, there's ancient spirits floating through the sky, and they hate when you masturbate, but they also love the rain. So, here you go.
Oh, alright. Well, I suppose that's easier than doing science, but also the end result is way more complicated.
Yeah, now I can't masturbate like shit. my imaginary psychiatrist just told me I should do more, so.
Kind of way more violent now.
There's a real catch-22 here. Gotta get the bomber crew.
So what are you asking Santa for this year?
I asked Santa for a bunch of socks.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I like asking for socks for Christmas because I don't want to buy socks for myself. It's a boring use of my money. I want money to be fun when I spend it. Whee!
That's right. Every dollar bill that I hit the ground with must explode into fireworks.
And socks, yeah, I feel like the best gifts are the ones that are like, thank you for buying that for me. I need it. I just don't want to buy it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not responsible.
So I asked for a bunch of clothes that like would seem boring right out the gate, but when you consider that like I've been wearing hand-me-downs since high school that all have like holes in them, you know, any rational adult would see my request and be like, yeah, no, definitely.
Over the past couple years, I've been finally starting to like buy clothes. Like I obviously I buy them here and there, but like I just a lot of old clothes. I like find something, or if I buy something and then I wear that thing for like years.
Yeah.
Which is not. I still wear the stuff. I don't like throw it out, but I just like I'm like it's time for some new stuff.
Yeah, that's what if I ever manage to get like a decent savings and like I'm pretty financially comfortable, like that's like one of the big things I want to do is I just want to fucking redo my whole wardrobe.
Yeah. It feels good too. Like wear new stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not trying.
Like, all my sweatshirts were like broken zippers and like holes and like.
Oh my god, the amount of broken zippers I've actually. I don't have any broken zippers I deal with anymore, except for the one that I'm looking at right now. But yeah, broken zippers. Holy shit, I had nothing but for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst.
But now my zippers are great. They're not broken. They're all lubed up and they zip like a dream.
And are they attached to some stylish fabric as well?
They zip up. No, it's just plain zippers.
Okay.
I just walk around naked with a handful of zippers.
Just zipping them at people?
Look, here's my zippers.
You just walk up to some random person, like, waiting for the bus, and you're, like, completely naked, and then you're just like, hey! And they're like, oh.
Zipper that works great?
No, please, no, I really don't.
Zip.
Oh, they're on your arms.
Zip.
Okay. That's not so badass. Like, you're already naked, I guess, so.
Zippity do that.
Just
we're zipping now, we're really zipping along.
Zip zap zoopity bop. Just like a naked guy zipping a bunch of zippers on his arm at a person. That's a great mental image in my head.
Enjoy thinking about that tonight while you're trying to sleep.
Yeah, well, it's a good thought, especially because you're the one who's naked in this thought, so.
The zipper man, he comes at night. I was trying to think of something stupid like.
He's gonna zip you up!
kids who don't zip up their coat on a cold winter's day, the zipper man will come find you.
He's like a weird cryptid. That's also another funny thing is like all the cryptids that like kind of
I probably should
existed.
know, and I've heard the word a lot, but can you explain the word just for a second to me? I feel
Just-
dumb. What's a cryptid?
Like a mysterious, unexplained creature of some kind that
Oh,
could
okay.
be, yeah, like I'm trying to think of a
Like
good, like
cryptozoology type stuff.
yeah, like exactly, like cryptid is a cryptozoology, like Sasquatch is a
Where the
cryptid.
crypto and cryptozoology
Yeah.
comes from. I got it now. It all makes sense.
Yappa. Mothman. Mothman is real and he vapes, which I would fucking wear that on a shirt. That would be a great shirt.
That feels like something that would get made in like the Teespring game.
Right?
Actually, yeah, that would be a good shirt to make.
Yeah, hey, Captain Sheepy, I'm gonna design that shirt. You'll get like 20%
Of the zero sales.
of the zero sales that people will buy my shirt.
I'll wear that shirt.
I'd wear that shirt for sure.
I need to find a good printer for shirts, like locally,
Right.
Because
If-
I just feel like I could make shirts, and I don't.
If you could make, okay, so like, if I just, if I could do my wardrobe over as we've been talking about, I would, first of all, buy a lot less t-shirts. I would have a lot of like button-ups and just like proper shirts,
Mm-hmm.
a lot less jeans, a lot more proper pants. But like, if I had t-shirts, they would be ideally all ones I designed. And
Yeah.
Mothman, if you had like a screen printer like in your local area, would you be like rocking mostly custom made shirts too?
I think a lot, but I also would sell them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%, obviously.
But
That
yeah, I
goes
think
without
why,
saying.
yeah, obviously I would like to make stuff and just like that. Now that it took me a long time, but I finally found a good printer for like selling prints.
Nice.
And it's fairly cheap, and like it makes it very easy. When before I was like, paying a lot more than I needed to for it, and
Yeah.
the quality was not the best. And so now that's good, but I feel like there's got to be find the right place to do it. Shirts probably aren't too expensive to do. T-shirts.
Yeah. The way we used to do it for the band I was working with was we would buy the blank shirts, which there is places you can buy like bulk ass, like blank clothing to be printed upon.
Right.
Uh,
I don't know if I'll let them do it.
Yeah, we used like Bodak and Rhodes, and then we would have like this dude who like lived in this house, and I used to work for him to like design T-shirts and stuff, and he would print the T-shirts for us. But he was a weird dude. He was an odd duck for sure, and like I was doing a lot of T-shirt design for him for like extra cash back when I was like really like scraping by.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, oh, this is great. Like, I'm just designing like random ass stupid fucking t-shirts and he sells them and I get paid. Like, this is awesome. But then like that site got shut down in like a month because he was also selling mostly like stolen Breaking Bad designs.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't really do that so much. So I was like, this is sweet. This is a real legit business. And I learned very quickly.
It was not that. In fact, it was the opposite.
I got walled. Yeah, like we were very much not in the empire business. We were very much in the let's see, shut us the
stolen
fuck
shirt
down. Yeah,
business. Also
right.
known as Zaggle or whatever the website
Zazzle.
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 That's if you want to class it up a little bit.
Zazzle. Have you ever been to ZomboCon?
Yeah, I have been to ZomboCon back when I was a kid. I don't think I've been there recently.
I don't think it's any different.
You can do anything you want at ZomboCon.
Yep, that is still the same website.
I have to imagine it has not changed because that would kill the whole point.
Yep, no, it hasn't changed. You will be very happy to know ZomboCon is the exact same.
Pure as ever.
It's a pure website. It's the one pure joy left on the internet.
All right, I'm gonna create my guy's name.
Your clue name?
Yeah.
All right. Are you going by like the color
Does it have to be
naming
a color
convention?
thing?
It doesn't need to, but I feel like we should agree on a naming convention of some kind, right?
So like in the thing, it was like what? Plum, mustard,
Peacock.
white, Peacock. That's what I'm saying. Scarlet. So they're
Yeah,
all
pretty
colors.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, we don't gotta do colors,
No,
but we could do like. What if we did? Yeah, I guess you could do color with that. You got like a cool. If I had to guess, you could do like a grapefruit or like a honeydew.
I am Dr. Honeydew. Dr. Honeydew. I was gonna call him Dr. Peanut Butter and Jelly, but
Oh, that's pretty
that doesn't
solid.
match the colors at all. I was just trying to come up with a stupid name.
Well, if you made his jacket purple, first of all, that
don't
would be
need
pretty
schmeals.
fashionable.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that because I already did
Yeah,
this. Hey,
that's
people
fair.
in the chat, what should this doctor's name be?
Yeah.
Help a brother out. Dr. Smeals.
Dr. Schmeals.
Each only
Is he a doctor?
He has a
Oh, like-
doctorate in,
In smells?
in smells.
Oh man, that's a good doctor to have.
You see, when there's moisture in the air, it carries the smells.
You see, so
After a rain.
in a sense, whoever did smell it did in fact dealt it. And another thing.
He's Doctor Smelt It.
I like it. Doctor smelt it. She blinded me with her sick ass farts.
I do like Zach's suggestion, Dr. Husker P. Sweetham.
Zach's pretty good at coming up with fake
Yeah.
names.
I see that. I'm gonna get rid of Smelt It. I'm going with that.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Definite improvement. Husker. What's the P stand for in Husker P. Sweetham?
Peanut butter. Husker peanut butter, wheat ham.
Dr. Sweetham. No. Dr. Sweetham was my father. Call me Husker. Said the P's for pussy, which okay.
Alright, well, I like my idea better.
That's a cool like answer when people ask, but also like his parents named him, which raises questions.
Yeah.
Well,
You see, back in the day, it was like the pussycat.
well, name
Very
is,
round.
let's make his middle name Pussy after his uncle Pussy. What a great man he was. I lost him too soon.
Good old Uncle Pussy. Uncle Pussy.
What's your character's name?
I'm just thinking like Uncle Cracker, but like Uncle Pussy.
That's
World-renowned recording star and fucking Kid Rock DJ Uncle Pussy.
That's right.
Okay, I gotta think of my guy's name. His name. I mean, I'm definitely open to suggestions from the chat, but this guy's name, he looks like a. There we go.
Chapler Flabbling Bang? Oh, it's hard to say.
Chapler Flibbingablang.
Flabbingle Bang. Oh, I see. Okay. I like it. His first name is Chapler?
Yeah. Because he kind of looks like Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, I see. Zach says Fire Marshal Claude Flapper.
Nope, it's all good. I got a name. All right, those are our clue characters. Your guy looks way cooler than mine.
They're both fine.
So you had a little bit more time to color him up, do him right, and I spent 30 minutes on his fucking hands.
That was your first mistake.
That's honestly rookie mistake for a lot of budding artists.
I still struggle with that. I'm getting better.
I've the more I draw consistently, like over the course of like, if I draw today and tomorrow and the next day, like by the third day I'll have no problem with hands.
Right,
Like,
that's true. Oh, hands in general. I just
oh
meant,
yeah.
I just meant like spending too long on certain parts, like
Oh yeah.
bogged down in one detail instead of like
God.
worrying about the full thing. and
That's the
slowing-
hardest. I feel like that's the hardest thing to stop yourself from doing, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I feel like I'm better than I used to be by a lot, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Zach's drawing hands. He knows what's up.
Yeah, you know
Which
what's
hand are you
up.
drawing right now, the right or the left?
Yeah, which hand you drawing without?
What hand are you
Sorry.
drawing, and which hand are you using to draw it? That's the
Alright,
question I'm
Tyler-
asking.
People in the chat, how do you masturbate? Okay. I've been
No.
talking too much about masturbation.
Ignore him.
So
Alright,
sorry.
you're drawing a left hand with your left. That's good.
Interesting.
Says technically it's a glove. Well, you know, what is a glove except for a hand with a
Yeah.
thing on it, right?
What
Am
is
I
a-
right, folks?
what is
I've
a
been
glove?
trying to make this point for years.
Woo! Speak it, preach.
Speak it, preach it.
What is a hand? What is a glove but a hand shirt or hand pants? I gotta ask you, how would a hand wear pants?
How would a hand wear pants? Oh, well, that's obvious. Very obvious. Here's how.
How high? Oh, I'm not even on a layer right now. Okay, I see how that goes.
Get on one of those layers right away.
Gotta get on a layer. That sounded kind of like a tutorial. Like, hey, when you're drawing, you're gonna want to get on one of those layers right away.
Right.
If you're not on a layer, you ain't drawing.
Ooh, we're on track 8 right now, and I dig it. I was just like,
Oh,
I was
sweet.
like, I like the music, and then I looked up and it was 8. I didn't even know.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm glad you like it.
Yes.
Yeah, all those sounds came in the same drum kit, and when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's the beat right there.
To our viewers that don't know, Ian makes all the music for the show.
I do.
It's, well, sure is.
Oh, thanks.
Still waiting for me to send him a check. And as I tell you, every time you bother me, it's in the mail.
It's in the mail. Okay, cool.
It's-
All right.
I mean, it's a figure speech, but yeah.
It's in the mail though.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's in,
All right,
it's
cool.
in the
Awesome.
mail.
Sweet. That's awesome. All right. Cool. It's in the mail. All right. Cool. Sweet. All right.
Yeah.
Kids are eating tonight.
So to speak. Well, I mean, I wouldn't count on that. But,
Kids are
you
eating.
know,
I'm gonna buy
yeah.
Big Macs right now.
Oh, yeah, you can go for it.
Yep. Haven't eaten in like 6 months.
That's a
I'm
long
in sure.
How's that?
I should check on them.
That is not how, that's not how a man wears pants. What the hell's wrong with you? Obviously, you're wrong there.
Okay,
Why do you
when that
think-
means
What? Pants, that's not even... Is the construct of pants, is that open-ended to you? Is that, is there a room for, change? Is it abstract?
I'm not sure if we can fit change in the pockets of these pants. They're pretty tight.
Although, one thing I could say to be on your side is, if I were to draw an octopus wearing pants, I would do it that way.
Yeah, that's fair. How? Okay, when this meme was like first happening with the like, how
The
would this
dog?
thing work? Pants? Yeah, like that was, and like I saw like spider. I saw like cough. I saw one where it was like, how do unvaccinated kids wear pants? And it was like cough, and it
don't.
spelled like
Oh.
pants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's like I love that meme. It's such a funny meme. I love a good meme where there's really a lot of like leeway to fuck with it. You know, like you could put pants on like any number of objects. And,
Right.
oh yeah,
Look,
This
sweet
dude
little
is-
octopus boy.
that's really cute actually.
Glove, glove.
It's pretty fucking cute. What's his name? Chat?
I can't see the octopus.
Fancy the octopus. Octopants!
So, someone in the chat, if there are people still watching who are talking,
Yeah, I don't blame you if you don't.
yeah, give us a object or animal, some kind of noun of something, and we will both attempt to draw it
Wearing pants.
wearing pants.
And then we'll draw how a Scyther wears pants from memory.
God. I never remember how Scyther wears pants.
Does he put it over his sides or does he put it over his head? I just
Over his fur.
his fur. Mm.
No, I said his fur. There's two parts to a Scyther. His scythe and his fur.
Okay. Right there.
Thanks for laughing at that. I appreciate it.
Well, it surprised me. Zach says a fish.
A fish wearing pants.
I'm
Alright.
okay with that. Alright, I gotta figure out what I fuck these layers all up. There we go. Okay. Excusez-moi. Oh, funny fact about this track, by the way. I put a subliminal message in it.
If I play it backwards, does it tell me that one of the Beatles are dead?
No, if you play it forwards, it tells you that DrawBomb's your favorite show ever.
Really?
Yeah, you can hear it in the vocoder.
Is it you talking or?
Yeah, it's me. I recorded my voice saying DrawBomb is your favorite show. I recorded DrawBomb is the best show you've ever seen. DrawBomb is your favorite show would be a lot more written. Whatever. It's a work in progress. You'll hear it though. I made it so that you can't not hear it at the very end.
Yeah. Glad to hear it. I'll let you know when I get to the end.
Sounds good. I know. Oh, I just had a great idea for this. Wearing pants. This could be a rock paper pencil too.
I like this
It is.
theme idea though.
Yeah.
I
This is
feel like
good.
we need some. We could either do pants all the time, but I like some variation of this or something. I do like
Yeah,
the
like-
idea of us both just like drawing the same topic. Like,
Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily need to be like in a game setting, but I do like the idea. Like we could do like how to
winner and
draw. Yeah, we don't need to do a winner or loser. We no. We don't need a winner or loser. Definitely, we shouldn't. I think because
because
think
your egos, your sense of self-worth is too low at this point.
I just don't think there's any reason to make it so competitive.
Right.
For sure, that's
Same.
definitely that's good. Yeah, competitive. Definitely, yeah. No,
You know, I get tired of. I don't have any room on my shelf for more awards. Anyway.
Oh yeah, how many? I mean, I've seen
God.
your shelf. You got a lot of.
Trophies.
Got a lot.
awards.
Yeah, you got a lot of trophies on there. So, and I'm looking over my shelf right now. I see I see two animals kind of get up. All right. Well, I got the squirrels off the shelves, but no trophies.
They like to hang out on the shelves.
Yeah. They mostly just stand there and flip me off. It's really weird. I was just like, I didn't realize squirrels were such assholes, but they just stand there and they're just kind of like they're like and like just
Yeah,
fucking.
I've seen some cartoons and that's usually how they sound. So it must be true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. Like, fucking jerk. Like, you already figured out how to chew through my ceiling. Don't gotta stand on my bookshelf and flip me off too.
Seriously.
Sword winners. All right, your fish is looking pretty great.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yours is like an eel.
Yeah.
the longest of the fish.
Yep, he's a pretty long fish. And zappy.
Yes, some of them are pretty zappy fish. I will agree with you. I will
God,
definitely agree
careful.
with you.
Have you ever been like stung by a jellyfish or eel of some variety?
I have not. I remain unstung.
Good. Hey, that's another one. No kidney stones. No hernias, I believe is what we talked about last time, or hemorrhoids. I don't remember.
Kidney stones, definitely.
I don't remember the other ones. I think we talked. I don't think we talked about it. But either way, I know. I feel like we asked. We were just kind of opening up at that last episode, but I feel like we did talk about kidney stone. I know we talked about kidney stones, but I feel like there was like a couple other things that we maybe like went around on. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh. Tell you what would have been helpful when I was trying to draw this eel was looking up what eels look like.
Always a good first move.
Yeah, that's we like to impart drawing lessons on all of our viewers if they ever decide to try and get into the practice. But always, if you're trying to draw some shit, it really helps to look at a picture of it so you know what you're trying to draw.
It's a good starting point.
It is. You'd think that would sound like a joke if I was like, it seems obvious, right? But like, legitimately, me in high school was just like, it's cheating! And what a fucking idiot I was.
Yes, that's a dumb thing to say.
Yeah, right? Like, first of all, I'm gonna go out and say right now, controversial opinion, unless you're outright stealing something from somebody, there is no such thing as cheating in art. If you fucking, like, figure out a way to, like, cheese Photoshop and, like, make a drawing for you in, like, 5 seconds, like, good,
right.
You did it.
As long as you're not stealing, people don't just care about the finished product.
Exactly.
What's cheating? Like, you're supposed to just, like, memorize what everything looks like.
Yeah, or like there's so many people who are just like, oh, it's cheating if I don't like individually draw these pick. It's like, no, fucking like copy and paste the picket fence. Like, I don't fucking care. Get the drawing done. That's what matters at the end of the day. Is the drawing done or is the drawing not cheated on? And it's what matters
Certainly
is
not professionals that feel that way. It's people that are like new to it.
Yeah, it's and I think it's because anytime you're like getting into art or like a new sort of thing. Especially like art, some kind of creative passion of some kind, like you can have the tendency to feel like, oh, I'm illegitimate and I'm not doing things the way that the professionals do it. And as you get further along,
you're trying to impress people.
Yeah.
Look what I did without looking at a reference, and people are like, wow, that's great. But
yeah,
why?
good. Exactly. And what matters.
Make it hard for yourself for no reason.
Exactly. And what you find out when you've spent enough time like talking to people or just like observing the process is you find out everybody who is successful has just found their way that they cheat, essentially.
I don't even agree with your usage of the word cheating.
Yeah, like cheating, yeah, there's no cheat. Like, if you can find a way to make your life easier and like copy and paste from some shit.
The only way I would consider it cheating if you're somehow conning the people that are hiring you into thinking that, somehow if you trick them about what they're going to get or something like that's cheating. Or if like you somehow like, I don't know, if you're somehow conning people, but like there's no cheating in it. It's about the end product. As long as you're not stealing somebody's work, you can do it however.
Yep, 100%. I agree. And I think that's just something that a lot of people who are maybe first getting into art, like there's a lot of people who when you ask them, it was just like the common thing is like you have so many people who are like, oh, I wish I could draw like you, and I've had so many people say to me like, oh, I wish I could draw like you, and I'll be like, literally just like take a piece of paper, look at a thing you want to draw, and then like just write down what you're looking at, and then like
I always tell them like kind of what you're saying. Like I always just tell them like you can just just practice. I start with stick people. If you want to do it enough, you'll get good eventually. You get better. With every drawing you do, you'll be better than the last. That's basically.
Yeah, it's
the same for anything. Like if I want to learn guitar, I can do it. could become a great guitar player. I just have to put a shit ton of time into it.
Yeah. And and it's like people who maybe aren't who don't come out like the gate being like, I'm gonna do creative thing. I feel a lot of them feel like there's a specific series of steps you take to draw blah or to do this. And like as Captain Cheapy's saying in the chat, like, I drew this. Yeah, but you did that on the computer. And it's like that. Well, first of all, that people who say that also don't understand like what digital art like my art teacher in high school was very anti-digital art because he was it scared him. And like he was like, I remember him talking about like, oh, I was in this art competition or something like that, and this guy who did like this digital drawing, like he made it in like an hour, like won. And I was just like, I would love to see the drawing that you're talking about, and I would love to take a look at it, because I don't know if it was done in 1 hour or if like...
Right. And why is the amount of time it takes less impressive? If anything, that makes it more impressive.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
it took him only an hour to make something awesome, then he's very, very talented.
Yeah, there's what's his there's this really famous illustrator. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, and I don't want to derail things by like sitting down and being like, who was it? But we studied him a lot in college, and like one of my friends posted on Facebook a little while after like we had done a class and like talked about that guy, where he just like kind of does a demonstration and like does an oil painting in 20 minutes, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. And we were just like, holy crap, that dude made that in 20 minutes. I want to be that good. And I think that is a huge difference in like how people perceive art. Is it becomes less of like, oh, they did this in an hour, that means it's bad, to a point where you're just like, you did that in only an hour, I need to get on that level.
People that have that opinion are people who are not in the industry.
I think you're right. Yeah,
they don't understand.
Yeah, well, there's
and like also like the idea of something done by hand rather than a machine they don't understand is also different to them. They just don't understand it. It's something that doesn't affect their life. They know nothing about it.
Yeah, I do think that people. I think that stigma has gone away a little bit, because
I've noticed it being better.
I have a theory for why that stigma may be subsiding a little bit. And I think it's because of memes. And I think that's because memes, and because people want to like try making their own memes. Like you have a bunch of like Tom, Dick, and Harrys who are like opening up Paint and trying to like put text to a picture, and they're having a hard time even doing that. And I think that maybe, and like people who are like doing like advanced edits and stuff, like just a lot of people are sort of like
they're used to use the tools now, and they understand how hard they are to use instead of thinking. I think a lot of people think when it comes, or maybe they used to think, and this is your point you're trying to make, is that like they used to think that, oh, so you're doing that in the computer, so what, you just open it up and press a button and it makes it for you?
Yeah, exactly. And
like,
now they're
you have to use it like a tool, like you would anything else.
And I think because of memes, like a lot of people are realizing like, oh shit, where's the button to make drawing happen?
Yeah, that could be a good explanation for that. I'm not sure what it is. It also could be that it's more common now. People are freaked out by things when they're new.
That's true. And a lot of people who are like shitting, like poo-pooing digital art were like boomers and stuff who they hear like
their industry getting taken away.
Yeah, and also like I can't speak for old people because I'm not a crazy old person or anything like that, but you hear computers and you're just like, you think about like all the science fiction, like the Jetsons and stuff, and you're just like, oh geez, George Jetson's about to pull a make drawing lever and make this crazy drawing.
It's also, I think, like an anxiety thing. If there's something you don't understand, and it sounds like it's going to become the next thing, it makes you nervous.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, am I going to become obsolete?
Right.
If I know how to do, will there still be a market for it, or am I going to be out of a job?
Yeah, it's like
And there definitely is still a market for it. I mean, probably more so. People still like traditional stuff, but
yeah,
I can see how people are scared of it at the beginning.
I think the traditional stuff, if not anything, there's like a crazy market for it, because you can, like, anyone can buy a print of a digital art, but if you get like a watercolor that's
you know that it's like when there's a lot of one of a kinds in digital work, but you can prove that it's one of a kind when you have the only one in your hands. Like with a physical thing, I think that's part of why people dig it so much.
Yeah.
And I
but
do
yeah,
like
I
limited,
think
I do limited runs and stuff with prints, and yes, like there may only be 30, but still, or there may only be one sometimes with some of my things, but still, it's hard to be. I mean, as much as I'm like I have integrity and like stick to like there only being a certain amount as I say there are, it's like so people know when they're buying it. I'm not lying to them. You never really know that the people are selling more. And if that means something to you to have something that no one else has, that you never really, you're not certain that that's the case.
Yeah, and for a lot of people, that exclusivity is like a thrill for them. So.
Yeah, and I get it. I do.
Yeah.
Like I can see myself feeling that way too a little bit.
There's also the exclusivity thing. Like that's a big marketing tool for I think a lot of YouTubers who like market merch and stuff like that. Is they'll be like, hey, this is my hoodie. And if you check next year, that hoodie, you won't fucking buy that hoodie anymore because it's not going to be on sale. And I think a lot of that also is to encourage people to buy it now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's always been a thing. Being like, get it while you can, before it's gone.
And it's smart, but at the same time, it's smart. And then a lot of me wonders, like, okay, like, but like 5 years from now, you're going to do a re-release, right? Like, because that would make sense. Because then, like, once you get more people who are like on board with your brand, then you can do a release, so all those people who didn't know about you 5 years ago can get a shot at, like, I don't know. It's
do
like
that, or they just have to try to keep pumping out new products, like
yeah.
And then people that got in for the ground floor can feel good about getting something that all the new people don't have. I don't know. It just depends on everybody what they do. Everybody does things differently.
Yeah. The limited run thing, I don't know. It's weird. I get it. And I have no problem with it, but it bothers me because I'll see a hoodie.
Oh,
no, for a lot of things. I mean, just limited runs in general, because I'll be like, like I get it, but I'll also at the same time like, oh man, it's like I'll never see Book of Mormon with the original cast or something like that. It's like, that's just a piece of pop culture, and like I'm not gonna die over it, but fucking Book of Mormon is like the thing. Like, well, until Hamilton came out, Book of Mormon was the play you tried to see.
I saw it a few months ago, or no, not a few months ago. It was probably it was during the summer, I think. It was good.
And I bet it was awesome.
I loved it, yeah.
But Josh Gad wasn't in it, was he?
He was not.
It's because Josh Gad's making that Disney money now.
What's he in?
He's in. Oh God, I've seen him in a lot of things.
I know he's in a lot of stuff. I know who he is. I was just.
Well, yeah, he's the fucking snowman in all the Frozen movies.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He's set for life. He was okay. I almost got into off topic of talking about bad movies, as I can easily do. About a half hour ago or so, when we were talking about I think the Adam Sandler movies. I almost talked to you about the Cobbler. Which I may still eventually regale you with how terrible that movie is.
Yeah, it looks so good though.
Oh my God, I've never seen a more just. It's. I might talk about I can't. We're too far past that. It's just the ending of the movie. I'm just gonna tell you the ending of The Cobbler. Okay, It's a fucking terrible movie. 50-year-old Adam Sandler is expected to like believably have like. Selena Gomez, I believe, as his romantic lead in the movie.
Oh.
They're not super heavy on it because I think the directors clearly knew the age difference, but it is very odd when she's just like, so why don't we just go grab dinner sometime? And Adam Sandler's just like, all right. And but the movie ends with Adam Sandler meeting his dad, who has been missing since like forever and ever. And the movie ends with his dad being like, oh, check it out. We have like a whole Justice League of like shitty menial labor like that people do, but who have superpowers for them. Because in The Cobbler, he finds a magic pair of shoes, or he finds a cobbler machine.
Turn into people or something? Whoever wears shoes you wear.
Yeah, and he uses it to like rob a trans person as Method Man or something like that.
They had to.
It's so bad.
Some weird extra explanation instead of just being like, yeah, this is dumb. We know it's dumb. You're the one who decided to watch it, so stop judging us. And then they're like, oh, by the way, there's others. Set it up for Cobbler 2 in the cinematic Cobbler universe.
That's basically what they do at the end of the movie. Is Dennis? What's his name from The Graduate?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. Thank you. Dustin Hoffman appears. He's like, "Hey, son," and Adam Sandler's like, "Dad."
Cobbler Initiative.
Yeah, he's like, "Come in my limousine, check it out. Oh, you think your cobblers are special? Wait till you find the bakers, and wait till you find the repair guys." And they literally set up a cobbler cinematic universe of superheroes.
Can't wait for the next one.
Dude, I'm fucking pumped. That movie was so
I'm
good.
First in line, even though it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at the movie theater with the laptop open to the Netflix window, and then as soon as it hits, I'm just gonna get out of line. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, I thought this guy was here to." Do people even line up for fucking consoles anymore?
I don't know. Why would you? You just go to the store and pick it up like a normal human. You don't need to.
I remember
out the night in the tent and just go the next day and buy one.
Yeah, I just remember when the PS3 came out, that was a thing. I remember I wanted to sit out for a console. I never did, but I was like, sometimes
Yeah,
it'd
I
be
probably
fun.
thought it would have been cool as a kid. Now it sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible and super capitalist and et cetera, et cetera.
I like gadgets. I like getting things with new things, toys, especially video games. But I
was in it for the experience.
Like waiting in a line in the cold.
Yeah, absolutely not.
For a video game that I can just get a couple days. I'm not. It's not urgent enough for me.
I could go to Burning Man and get a way better experience.
Everything for me is about convenience. If you show me an easier way to get something, I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so we have a couple fish wearing pants. I really like yours.
Yours was pretty solid already, but your decision to give it high heels was courageous. And
I think so.
You pulled it off.
Thank you.
That's a fabulous fish.
Your eel looks like it got stuck in some garbage in the ocean.
He kind of
is a real thing. We need to get rid of pants because, like straws and turtles, pants are killing eels everywhere. Eel on musk. So, questions about this pun you just chose to do. Play on words.
Yes.
So, yes, I know there's someone named Elon Musk. Yes, I know this is an eel. Where else? What else does this? Is that the whole joke?
That's the entire joke right there.
Got it. I just thought maybe there was some cleverness to it that I was missing.
I wish I was working on multiple levels with that one.
All right, let's save this one.
It's good though. Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I'm glad you did it. You also were courageous there.
Thank you.
Did it pay off? Mean, no. But, who am I to make that call? Who am I?
Who
the hell
my
am
friend?
I?
You're a friend I've known for over 10 years.
Who am I? Hello? Oh god.
You're confident.
Who am I?
I consider you. You're Brandon. Okay, hold on. You're Brandon. This is the show.
What is this?
I'm kind of you're kind of like the Andy Richter to my Conan O'Brien, and that you're very funny and I'm very lanky and awkward.
It's actually pretty accurate so far. An apt description. I thought you were going to say I was the sidekick. That's what I was expecting.
That was the joke.
Okay. All right. Should we do rock, paper, pencil?
I feel like we should.
Minutes.
I feel like if we ever hit a point where we have 20 minutes left and we have a drawing to go, I feel like rock, paper, pencil. Bam.
Bingo. Bongo.
Bango, bongo.
All right, let's do it. Everyone's favorite segment of the show.
That's
rock,
right.
Paper, pencil.
Ooh.
It's been very therapeutic for me because I've started to say rock, paper, pencil, the correct order. For years, I've suffered saying it wrong.
How have you normally said it?
Paper, scissors, rock, and everybody looks at me like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, no wonder. And some people say Rochambeau, which is
Yeah.
What is that? Like the original way people called rock paper scissors or something, or rock paper pencil? Like I don't know, but it's clearly
no,
incorrect.
that's not gibberish and nonsense.
Yeah, it's gibberish. You're speaking Simlish to me right now. My Simlish. Should we take it to the chat, who
I think we should.
so affectionately call Lois? Lois, what should we rock paper pencil about? I was thinking we could.
Theme.
Yeah, give us a theme.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking we were talking about but you said bongo at some point. We were doing like a little automatopoeias,
Okay.
like banjo bongo, and
Yes.
then you said bongo, and then in my head it immediately went to bomb some dodongos. So what if we made the most horrific, like a character in pop culture, but they look like a horrible Zelda CDI character?
I feel like I'm not following you in what all that is.
Here, I'm gonna.
I might not be a Zelda enough person to know the reference you're making.
If you don't, it's honestly probably for the better. But I'm gonna send you a link in the Discord right now. The Zelda CDI games. God, I don't even know what a CDI is. But no, suffice to say, those are like those horrible, like YouTube poop.
I do.
Like those horrible like Zeldas where they have like the weird like Link who's like over animated and he's like, "Great, I'll go grab my stuff."
Isn't it from an old cartoon?
It's from an old game. Like
Oh.
they had a thing called the CDI, and they would have like these animations. I don't even know what the CDI is, but I've seen like
That's interesting. I didn't
screenshots.
realize that. I always thought it was that there was like an old cartoon from like the 80s or something.
They did actually have an old cartoon from the 80s.
Okay,
That's
maybe
where
what I'm thinking of.
you might be, yeah, because that's where hey, excuse me, princess.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay. We don't need to do it right now. It's not even the greatest idea for a prompt, but at some point
I'm not
I
against
would
it.
like.
I just didn't know what you were talking about.
Oh yeah, it's
We can do that in the future. Once you
yeah, we can definitely do it sometime in the
thoroughly,
future.
I've been studied up on it. Spent hours researching.
Yeah. Gotta bone up on some Zelda
I'm
CDI.
gonna do some boning up and
That's
boy.
right.
All right. Let's see. Zach's suggestion is energy. Captain
Okay.
Sheepy says Jan Ken Pan. I don't.
I'm googling that.
Yeah,
I think
do
it's
it-
rock
do it.
paper scissors related.
Okay, that's possible. Very possible.
Oh, yep. Janken is the Japanese equivalent of rock paper scissors, but taken to a whole new level in terms of usage and importance in daily life. What?
Wow. They made
If
a
there was-
religion out of rock, paper, scissors.
They
Sounds
kind of
like-
did, yeah. If there is ever a clash of opinions between two people in Japan, more often than not, this potentially embarrassing situation will be decided with Janken. Who gets to eat the last Rolo? You or me? What DVD should we rent? Terminator 2 or She's All That? Who should take the rap for our company's bankruptcy?
Obviously, Terminator 2. What are we doing here?
Right?
Come
Right?
on.
Like She's All That compared to Terminator
I mean,
2.
I'm not
a
saying
James
that she's
Cameron
all that is
classic.
terrible. I don't even know, but Terminator 2 is, there's a reason they're still making bad Terminator movies. It's because the exceptional one.
Yeah, and also, I'm looking at She's All That right now. Like,
Is that Amanda Bynes? Is that the one? No.
no, that's
She's the man.
that is She's the Man. No, I think she's no, yeah, I was thinking of
What is
Joanna
She's
Man.
All That? Is that the one with Freddie Prinze Jr.?
It looks like it is. She's All That where it is She's the Man, but like, is it? Wait, no, is She's All That? That's the one that they make fun of not another teen movie where she's like the unpopular girl, and
it has Freddie Prinze Jr., I believe. Pretty sure.
it looks like a pretty. The screenplay was written by M. Night Shyamalan.
What? That's amazing.
She's All That
definitely
was.
filmed in your city then.
It was.
I mean, if
Wait,
it was
hold-
filmed by him, right? Like everything he makes is.
Oh, true. He wrote it. He didn't direct it. Also, I just went to Wikipedia and they like straight up are throwing words in my face, being like, "Downey."
Oh, it's that time of year again.
Yeah. And it's time for Jimmy Wales to put his sad face on and be like, "Please help."
Look at my face. Look at it.
Help me. I'm just upset Wikipedia. Yeah, I've never seen She's All That though. Freddie Prinze Jr. I can confirm.
I'm aware of its existence, but I haven't seen it either.
Paul Walker.
It's probably
can
something
confirm.
that would be insulting today. If it came
What?
out.
Oh, like it very.
There might
not
be
PC?
some like moral in the end where they're like, this was stupid. This whole concept was dumb anyway, and you should, blah blah. But like the whole movie,
Yeah.
like, she's like considered unattractive, and then she gets a makeover, and everybody's like, damn. And
Well, isn't this the movie where the makeover is they take the glasses off and they let her hair down, and then they're like, "Oh, the nerdy girl's a hot chick all along."
basically,
Yeah,
there's
that's...
probably a montage with some '90s music that makes it seem like there's a lot more work going into it. But when it's all said and done, that's about all that got changed.
Yeah, I think so. That's why Not Another Teen Movie is still a very solid movie in my opinion. It's
I haven't
very,
watched it in a while,
very-
but I used to think it was good. So yeah,
It's-
I don't know if it holds up. Probably does.
I'm not sure if it like holds up 100%,
Chris Evans
but
in that.
oh, that's right.
He's like the popular guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Oh wow, yeah. It's weird to think about Chris Evans like before Captain America, because like what he was in a Fantastic Four movie, and then he was in
Oh,
Scott
yeah.
Pilgrim.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had little roles. Like I had already known of him by
Yeah.
those times, but I don't remember what he was popular for at that point. All right, so
Right.
I'd say we go with Zach's term energy
Energy?
because
All right.
nobody else suggests anything, and also that's a good one. So
I like that.
all right, so I will block. I know I drew on one of the layers you have to block, but just kind of remember where the line is, or I'll make a new one, whatever you want.
I'll live with it. It's fine.
I'm gonna erase, or I'm gonna block or hide Ian 1, 2, and 3.
All right, and I'm gonna hide Brandon 3 and 1 and I'll hide 2 once I get like my general drawing laid out. You're probably gonna draw on Brandon 3 for the line.
I'll work with 1 and 3. I'll stay away from 2.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep, that works for me.
All right.
All right. Energy. Energy. Wow. All right. Energy. Have you got anything yet?
Nope.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see.
I mean, I have one idea, but nah. I'll go with it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet.
So while we draw, I talked about trying out games on Game Pass and stuff like that, and Bomber Crew is the one that's really stuck so far.
Okay.
I think I talked about Valkyria Chronicles last week, which is like a weird, dumb anime, like sort of tabletop strategy sort of game I've been playing. But I also tried out Disney Pixar Rush.
How was that?
Ooh. Oh boy, let me tell you
Is
what.
it a rush to play?
If by a rush, it's like I've only felt as much of a rush sitting in traffic. Like that's how much of a rush it felt to me. Like
Well, traffic is a rush sometimes. If like,
If it's-
like the movie Mad Max. That movie's
Oh.
traffic.
yeah, I thought you were gonna say Rush Hour. But I feel ya. The movie's also. I mean, you know what other movie? You know what else is a movie that's about traffic?
What's that?
Pretty sure Traffic is.
I would assume so from the title.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen
Yeah.
that, but I can
It's either
only
but-
guess that you're telling
My
me that
guess-
you're right.
I have no idea. I also don't know anything about that movie, but it's either about traffic or it's about racism, just like Crash.
Yeah, that could be about, that'd be a fun game. Is this movie about traffic or racism?
Just like movies with super obvious titles, like is this movie about traffic or Is this movie about bureaucracy or racism? 12 Years a Slave. It's like, ooh, clearly about racism. Nope, it's about the passage of time.
Idiot.
Fuck
I
dumb.
still don't know what to draw. I have an idea, but I'm not sure I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah, my idea is I'm kind of just reaching for it here, but
Oops. Yeah, let's start over. Energy.
see at Disney Rush, you start the game off by customizing your kid, which you get all sorts of 8 hair options to choose from, and they're just riveting choices that you get. They all look
List
bad.
some of them.
You get spiky hair,
Oh,
you get close buzz,
wow.
you get hair that's big and swoops to the right,
I love that one.
you get hair that's also big and swoops in, albeit in a slightly different manner, to the left. And then you got bald.
What is the game? Is it a racing game?
No. So what the concept of the game is that you've arrived at an amusement park. There's just a whole bunch of other kids hanging out who want to hang out and play. And what you do is you go these different sets, and each set is based on a Pixar movie. So you got like a Ratatouille set, you got an Up set, you got an Incredibles set.
Oh,
And
I
then
love a
you
good
walk-
upset.
I love a good upset, although not as good as down set. But you know, if there is if the upset's upsetting enough, sometimes I can end up a little upset.
I felt pretty upset when I watched the beginning of that.
Yeah, that movie was definitely like that movie. Like it sits you down. And it's just like, hey, guess what?
Fuck you!
You're gonna fucking cry.
You think you're a big man? You're
I
not.
think you're a big man. Huh? What was that? Oh, you think you're a 22-year-old adult who came here to watch Up? Well, guess what? You watched a sad movie, motherfucker.
You brought your nephew? You're gonna cry more than him because he doesn't understand what's happening.
That's right. Oh, does this feel a little bit like your wife? Huh? Who you lost in that whole 40-car pileup? Oh, you said that you lost your wife in the 40-car pileup. Here's Up! So anyways, you go to these different sets. So like, my game experience was I went to the Ratatouille set because I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Mhm.
I go to the Ratatouille set, and then some kid pops out and like, hey, let's play Ratatouille! And I'm like, alright, let's play Ratatouille then.
Hey kid,
Like,
where are your parents? Why are you playing on this open set?
yeah, who are all these... There's a fucking sewer drain right there, and like you're here playing without adult supervision. What is going on in this weird place? What is this amusement park? And then the kids basically like will start telling you a scenario, and basically the whole point of the game is that each level is basically you're quote unquote playing pretend with these kids, and every level is just like run forward, jump up, now slide down the rope. You did it.
Was it a rush?
Collect coins. It was fucking not thrilling one bit. But I'll tell you what, it sure was 14 gigabytes of computer space.
Wow.
I promptly deleted it.
Is Mickey there?
I didn't play far enough to find out,
Damn it.
unfortunately. I'll tell you who was there, though.
Goofy.
The rats from Ratatouille.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah.
Guess that's fine.
Yeah. One of them's voiced by Patton Oswalt. Not in the game, though. Then again, for the game, it doesn't sound like.
I love when they, maybe they don't do this as much anymore. Things get, usually, I feel like a lot of times they get the same people, but I love back in like the 90s, 2000s where it was much cheaper and easier to make games, so there was a game for just about every movie that came out. Especially that was even more rampant, like back in the Super Nintendo days.
Yeah.
But I liked how, like, you could never get the same voice actor, so it was just this weird voice. It's not even close, and especially a kid picks up on that. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, who the hell is this?
Howdy, I'm Woody from Toy Story.
You're like, I don't think you are.
Yeah, I remember I played Enter the Matrix, or Path of Neo, which was a Matrix game where you played as Neo, and they
Oh, and you follow his
definitely
path.
you follow his path. You find out what he was doing in all the movies where they weren't focusing on Neo all the time.
Turns out, he only went on adventures the times that you saw him. Other than that, he's just doing basic shit.
Yeah, like cleaning the apartment and trying to figure out proper feng shui for his like new rug.
Right.
But yeah, like I remember there was one scene where like the subway physics breakdown or whatever, and there's just people floating around, electricity, and it's like a moment in the game where they took the like world of the Matrix and they were just like, and it's a video game, and it just felt the most like they had turned the Matrix into a video game all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
And then Neo like starts off like the level by going, "Whoa, this is not normal," but it's like
Way up.
clearly, yeah, it's clearly not Neo or Keanu Reeves. So it just sounds like a dude who's just like, "Whoa."
Somebody's like doing their best. Not even their best. Just doing an attempt at a Keanu impression, not a Neo impression.
It just sounded like they picked up like a stoned college kid off of like campus, and they're like, "Hey, can you just like do what you're doing right now and say these lines?"
Totally.
Dude, it's fucking electricity. Gnarly. We're all gnarly, sparkly.
Yeah.
Captain Sheepy says the Goonies on NES. There is no Goonies 1 on NES. Goonies 2 on NES. There is no Goonies 1 on NES.
That's fun. Maybe they were, at the time, trying to say, like, that it was the sequel to the movie.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Okay, so as you know, Brandon, I have not seen the Goonies.
Oh, I guess I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm sure you told me before, but I don't recall.
But did they ever make a Goonies 2?
They didn't.
Okay, because I call the Goonies 2 Without a Paddle, starring Seth Green. Because even though I don't know much
Pretty
about,
accurate.
okay, yeah,
Could've
because I don't know a lot about the Goonies, but I do know that like how a lot of it kind of like goes, and Without a Paddle, I think pretty much ended the exact same way.
Pretty much, yes. From what I remember, it's been a while since I've seen it. But
It's
I
not a
think
very
it's
good movie.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah. But yeah, I almost had an opportunity to see the Goonies, but the friend I was going to see that movie with got fired that day, so kind of.
You didn't lose that opportunity. It's a movie from the 80s that exists still.
Now I'll never be able to see.
I'll never know about the Goonies.
I'll never know of the truffle shuffle. That's the Goonies, right?
It is.
Okay, cool. Childhood obesity.
This was still funny back then.
Yep.
It wasn't as real of a problem yet.
No, it's true. That's why all the kids were like smoking and bringing guns into schools, being like, "It's not a problem." That's what they do in the Goonies, right? They bring guns into school and they're
Yeah.
like, "It's not a problem."
You sure you haven't seen it? That's like a direct line.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Direct
cool.
quote from the movie.
I mean, I've seen like you know, you're on the internet for so long. A lot of people, it's like you can't. It's like everyone's seen that clip of the Game of Thrones series finale where like she's walking at that temple with the dragon flying up.
It was a good shot.
It was a good shot. People should study it in film classes.
They will.
Fucking people are so stupid on the internet.
I do like that shot.
It's a good shot. But I think someone being like, "Yo, check out the subtlety."
No,
in
I'm not
this.
saying it's subtle. It's the opposite of subtle.
No, it's the opposite of subtle.
It's cool.
It's cool. No, it's fucking badass. I'm still never gonna forget watching that season finale of I think season 7 or 6
That was awesome.
while you were in Philly, and then when I mean obviously the show's over, but I'm not gonna give any spoilers for Game of Thrones out. But when that one person killed that other character everyone hated, like hearing.
It was surreal. I've never witnessed anything like that.
I've never had that happen, but like, so we were pretty wasted too. I was hammered at that point, which is why I actually don't remember too much about that episode anyways.
Okay.
But we were watching the season finale of Game of Thrones in Philadelphia, and it's airing pretty much the same time it's happening for everybody else. And character gets murdered, and then you just hear the sound of
We were
like the
outside at the
whole
time.
city. Yeah.
The HBO, not to butt in, but I just want to set the scene.
No, please.
We were waiting for the episode to be over because I shared a HBO account with a buddy and he was using it, and at the time you can only have one person on it at a time. So that's annoying, but we were waiting, we didn't really care, it wasn't that big a deal. We were just waiting for it to finish so we could watch it when he was done watching it live. So we're, like, everybody in the city is watching the same thing. We're hanging out outside, you had a little, like, patio when you're back at the time.
Yeah.
And a major scene happens in the show, and we, literally everybody was, like, inside watching the show at the same time, apparently, because all of a sudden we hear the entire city screaming from inside their apartments, outside, just everywhere. The whole, like, you just hear the whole town yell simultaneously, and like
You'd
a
think
lot of it
we'd
was coming
scored
from
a goal.
Yeah, it was like if you look up, there's videos of like in cities where soccer is very prevalent, like everybody's watching the game, and like when something happens, you hear the whole city light up in the same way. But we just like you just hear people screaming from inside their apartments, from like out, just all over the town. It was awesome. I've never seen.
It was so
like that.
cool. It was. I don't know if I'm interested in seeing what the next show is that like sort of gets sort of so much public critical acclaim that like everyone's just sort of like watching at the same time.
Yeah, like that cultural phenomenon type thing.
Yeah, because I don't know, that was such a cool moment. Just everybody in the city, like not everybody obviously, but like
I mean,
coffee.
I can't think of any other experience where people were all doing the same thing like throughout a city enough that you could hear them react in real time. It was
so cool.
It was awesome. I wish I would have been like recording it or something. I just had no idea what was about to happen.
Yeah. How do people get like? That's what has me thinking. So many like viral videos are staged on the internet. Is I'm just like, why the fuck did you have the camera out right then and there for that moment? Like,
yeah. Usually, if like too good to be true that they have it out, that's usually the sign that you're watching something that's fake. But I mean, it's not always true.
Yeah.
Not always the case.
I've never been so lucky. Not that like, I'm not really like pulling my phone out a whole lot, like trying to find like the next viral moment though either.
But there's certain things that I like for my own sake. I would like to be able to watch it again.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I do have one really cute video of my one cat, Boston, and I was videotaping him because he was just like all balled up in like Ryan's arms and he was looking real cute. Mm-hmm. And like in the video, it's only like 10 seconds long, but I'm like, oh, cute little booty boo 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 boo. And then like he just sort of like perks up his ears and then looks at the camera, and then like his paw just goes and just like smacks the fucking phone camera like enough to knock it out of my hand, and that's yeah, it's pretty great. And he's super cute in the video.
I'm coloring now.
I am just about done.
Oh, are you coloring?
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna take your time. It's mine's kind of abstract, so it's kind of hard to I don't know. It's hard to really consider like what's being colored and what's not.
Fair enough. Energy.
Energy. Do you drink a lot of energy drinks?
I don't.
Good.
Only once in a while now, and there's only one I like, or like one
What's that?
It's like it's one of these monster ones, but it's
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this before. It's like kind of like a Arnold Palmer, but it's like no sugar, no.
Is that the peach one?
Or whatever. No, it's like lemonade and tea flavored.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That's the only one I don't really like the like syrup and sugar and stuff in like soda type.
Are those the ones that are like on the cans that have like the really floral
like,
pattern?
No, I think the can's like yellow.
Oh.
I don't know. It's what I like, but I don't get them often. But they're not as sugary, so
yeah.
The other ones,
I
don't drink like pop anymore, so not like that. I'm like, I don't drink pop, but I just I stopped drinking it years ago, and now occasionally it sounds good, but I still just can't. Like my stomach like is a wimp now.
No, I feel like
It gives me stomachache, so I don't really drink it anymore. And same goes for anything with that kind of like syrupy sugar drink.
yeah.
Even when they sound
I-
good, I don't really, can't really have them.
I also have like for the most part given up soda. I'll drink it every once in a while, but like the amount that I used to drink soda was ludicrous, to be honest.
Same.
But you know, I was a fucking high schooler, and it was like I always delicious. But I'm not super into soda anymore. I have drank a lot of energy drinks if I feel like I need to get work done, especially on like the project.
I drink a
that we
shit ton of
talked
coffee. I'll say that.
Coffee I do a lot of too,
do love
yeah.
Coffee. So it's not a caffeine thing. I drink too much of that.
That's
It's
fair.
the sugar
Yeah.
that makes me feel sick.
Yeah. It's yeah, I've been doing like the Arizona green tea, or not green tea, Arizona. They have like an Arizona Energy RX herbal tonic thing.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's not. It kind of, if you're not used to the taste, it kind of tastes a little bit like sunscreen.
My favorite flavor.
Yeah, it's got like a weird tanginess to it that like doesn't taste super. I don't notice it so much lately though. But I also haven't drank. I mean, I've drank like 3 in the past 2 days because I've been trying to get a lot of work done. But they're pretty good. They don't feel too sugary, but I still floss and brush after a day of drinking them, just because you know it can't be too careful.
Yeah. I'm not like a. I don't know. Some people are they love to tell you about how they don't like sugar.
Yeah.
And I'm not that guy at all. In fact, I feel like I do still get a lot of sugar in other ways, but when it comes to like the drinks, the sugary drinks, like the syrupy stuff,
Yeah.
it's just my stomach that can't handle it. But I you know, I'm plenty unhealthy in other ways, so
Yeah.
I'm not by any means some like I don't have anything with added sugar, and I only have all natural ingredients, and I only no gluten for me, no.
No gluten.
It'd be great if I was that healthy, but I'm not. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's energy drinks. I do try and stay away from them. I can kind of get caught up in them. Like I was a couple years ago, really like downing Monsters, like a couple every night. But I really stopped doing that just because, like, holy shit, hell no.
Not good for you.
No, definitely not. And I remember there was a kid in my college classes who, like, it's weird to say, but he kind of considered Monster energy drinks to be like almost part of his personality.
Yeah, those people exist. I know a guy that has a Monster Energy logo tattooed on his chest, which seems
Oh Jesus!
so dumb. Because
The guy I was talking about put it on like a the guy I was talking about, he put it on an art project, but you know,
Could be worse, I suppose.
could be he could have tattooed on himself. I mean, for all I know. Like, and when I say art project, it was like, tell us about you and his art projects. Part of it was a big. And yeah,
Monster. It's who I am.
I liked Monster and I liked skateboard. And
Sometimes at the same time.
he was also a juggalo. If that person ever listens to this podcast, they'll be able to be like, "Hey, that was me."
We'll know exactly who's being talked about.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. They want people to talk about them, right?
I was the Monster Energy drinking, skateboarding. Oh no, the Juggalo was a different dude. He just hung out with the other guy.
Oh.
But he also liked Monster Energy drink. It's look, I don't know. I'm
It's
not
a
gonna
rich
try.
tapestry. that you're
Yeah.
Weaving.
A rich. Trying to think of. I was gonna try and come up with a clever Juggalo tapestry pun, but I couldn't think of any books that had the word tapestry in them.
Almost.
I feel like there's one. Almost done.
Gotta be multiples. I imagine. I just don't know what they are.
Yeah. Like, whatever, who cares? It's a Juggalo pun. I think my favorite thing about the Juggalos is, like, people started realizing that Juggalo face paint is really good at messing with facial scan technology.
Oh.
So they're kind of like cyberpunk rebels, almost, in a sense, without even trying.
Oh.
But then a couple weeks ago, I saw a thing where someone was like, "Oh my god, try out the new Juggalo face paint auto face filter," and I was just like, I see what's happening here. When you use a face cam filter and you put a Juggalo face cam filter is basically like them saying like, hey, Juggalo face paint messes with facial recognition. Let's fix that. And that's what whenever like those face tuner things are like, hey, check out you when you're like old or something like that.
It takes information.
It takes information and they use that for like their databases. It's like every time you log into your email and Google's like, is this a step? And you select the pictures that have a step, like that's them using their machine learning algorithm to learn what steps are. So like when people give you like, oh, hey, this is what you'll look like in 40 years, and like that's your face cam filter, like that's them using that data to plot out people's faces as they age. Which seems cool, but it's also very Big Brother and scary, etc., etc.
I've played with it a few times, and then like I delete it, and I reinstall and play with it, and then delete it.
I had some like when the one came out where it was like, what would you look like if you were a girl? Like I normally don't download those things anyways because I'm just like, yeah, I get it. You put a fucking picture on my face. Like, yeah, but like I had some coworkers take my picture for the thing when I was at work the one time, and then they showed me, and I was just like, yeah, it put the same long hair on me that it puts on like everybody else, and then it's just like, you're a girl. It's like,
cool.
Okay, cool, good. That's a really cool face filter you got there. Good job. All right, cool. No, it's just you just put the hair on people, and that's fine. I mean, that's sure. I'm sure that's fine. It's just it's there's nothing to that filter. It's just like we put hair on you, but everyone was just like, whoa, Ian, that's what you look like as a girl, and I was just like, okay. Woo, they really got a lot of data out of me on that one. What would you look like if you put a wig on? Like, I don't know, like I put a fucking wig on, I don't know. It just, all those face filters, whenever there's like a nude fad for it, people always like, I don't want to say people always shit their pants because it makes me seem like I'm like hoity-toity and above it all. And ho ho ho, excuse me while I smoke my cigarette while you use your face cam filters. But it's never like anything I'm super jazzed about. Not for the security like Big Brother reasons, but it's just never impressive to me.
Yeah. The old man one is pretty cool, I think. That's the only one that I've been just like, wow, like that's...
The old man one was very solid, I will say. I saw some very, very convincing results
like,
from that.
I like, and it's like, it's not just the stupid filter as much because I'm like, wow, that looks like my dad when I do it to myself. Like, it's actually getting things right, you know?
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
a good chance I will look somewhat like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
What was that?
I'm trying to think of something to title this, but I got nothing. I know what it is.
Oh, right. Oh, shit, I forgot to title mine, too. I'm gonna title mine... Oh, shit, I mean, I can't even think of a clever title for mine.
I'm trying to think of it, too.
Done. I gave it the best I got. Let me know when I should look.
Almost done.
Alright. Hey, Captain Sheepy, by the way, I don't know if you're in the chat still, but we did start up a DrawBomb Discord. So I don't know if you're interested in hopping on board that, but I don't think I'm your friend on Discord, but I'd be happy to add you to the DrawBomb Discord. There's not a whole lot going on there right now, but we are trying to get the Discord set up because why not, right? So, yeah, just give us a heads up if you want an invite to that. Otherwise, I have no idea how to invite you. Can I put like a link in the chat? Is that a thing I can do? Can I invite people that way? I actually don't know. You can. All right. Let me see. How do I? Invite. Oop. Let's see what this is. Invite. Oh. I'm gonna do it. What? I posted the link in the chat. Feel free to click that to join in. But yeah, we're trying to get the DrawBomb Discord set up. There's been some conversation going on in there.
Yeah, I saw that you did that. Thanks for doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love what you changed the avatar to, because it's perfect for it, because it's a circle like the bomb.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd love to have you on the Discord. Oh, I see you just joined it. That's awesome. Cool. So yeah, feel free to post on the Discord whenever you want. We're happy to have you on board. Thank you so much for supporting the show, literally since the beginning.
Yeah. All right.
And also, thank you to everybody else who has been in this show today. Thank you all. You are rock stars.
We appreciate it. Makes
Yeah,
it very,
absolutely.
very fun, as I often say.
Yep. I mean, when your guys' participation today, look, we have drawings now because of participation. So thank you guys so much. You really do make doing the show
You're the
that
real
much easier.
deal.
You're the real MVPs, everybody.
All right. Are you ready to reveal these suckers?
Yes, I am. All right. There we go. Okay. Say when.
All right. When?
What? What? Electric lasso. Okay.
You know, he's some weird steampunk cowboy man. I don't know.
He looks like Yosemite Sam, if like Yosemite Sam's son. Yosemite
Jonathan.
yeah. Yellowstone John.
And then we got Guarina. Guarina?
Yeah, like the band Guar.
Yes. He's coming out of a monster. I get it. Okay. Should have thought of energy drinks. That didn't even slip my mind.
I was kind of for some reason I had already assumed that you were going that direction just because we did start talking about energy drinks.
Nope, I did a cowboy with a cord that's hooked up to a battery and he zings it at people.
He's almost like a Western Ghostbuster.
Yeah, and he apparently he just zaps random people because that just looks like some guy. It doesn't look like a...
Yeah, that dude doesn't look like he did anything wrong.
Yeah,
He looks like he shit himself.
And also, I'm sure he did. And also his yeehaw doesn't seem very...
No, it's not really.
energetic.
It's like
He's not
it's
like...
very under his breath.
Yeehaw! He's just like... Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Another one. Got another one.
And another one.
It's a good one. I like this. I like how this came out.
DJ Khaled. Zap!
Yeehaw.
Hey, y'all. Y'all want to play my Red Dead Redemption 2 roleplay forum?
Oh, it's shocking.
Oh boy! Oh, that game's out for PC now, isn't it?
It is. I'm surprised you don't have it yet. I heard it had some issues at launch, but I mean, so did all those games, and then they're good eventually. So.
Yeah. I mean, I figure I can wait a little bit till it goes on sale. Also,
I kind of want to
am
play it
poor.
again. I enjoyed it very much.
Hey, if you get it for PC, I'll play it with you. Although I understand if you don't, since you already have it. All right, folks.
See, that's the end of the show.
Yeah, I think so. It's a good time to wrap it up.
Once again, thanks everybody for watching. I know you just said that, but I just want to reiterate.
Yeah, it can't be said enough. Thank you so much, everybody.
We'll be back here next week, most likely, for more fun,
Yeah.
more good times, more
Thank you so.
memories,
That's
more,
right,
more hugs and kisses, and all the rest.
I'm always down for more kisses and hugs.
Yes, that's what the show's about. All right.
I'm gonna need more Blue Moon though. Shit,
Oh,
I'm
Is that what
out.
you've been drinking?
Yeah, the whole time.
Nice. Yeah,
How about you,
finished.
Benjamin?
I had a little bit of Elijah Craig, which is a bourbon.
Interesting.
It is pretty interesting. It's good.
Nice.
If it's available near you, you should try it. If you like, assuming you like whiskey.
I like whiskey straight more than I do like it in like mixed drinks.
Same.
Cool. So I'm glad I'm not an outlier.
Yep. All right. On that note, I'll play us out.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Do do dee do 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 dee do. Sing the DrawBomb lyrics that go with the theme song.
Oh, I love them. I think we should add those into the audio file.
You are watching DrawBomb. It's a show.
That's a good song.
All right. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.